Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our little auction. Well, it's not going to be little, I don't think, but a little auction for Ukrainian charities. I'm going to sell off my most interesting and very recent model kits that many of you have seen recently. And may I introduce Jason from ModelKit Stuff, who's going to be, thank God, helping me.
Yeah.
Now, if you can bear with me, there are a couple of technical things. I'm sorry we're a bit late. We've just been running through the technicalities, and it's not straightforward. So there's two things I need to do. I'm going to have to vanish and disappear for about 20 seconds, unless I can get maybe I can get my assistant to help me. That would be more seemly, wouldn't it? Just bear with me a second. There's a lot of technicalities that we have to prepare for this. Let's just have a look at the comments. There we go. Oh, right then. We should sort of say hello to everybody. Who haven't we said hello to yet? So, the Mrs. is on. Oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't know
that. Mrs. Oxley is on live. If she's on, please, I need my other iPad, please. My black iPad is in the garage at the moment, and I rather need it. So I'll just send her a message as well. From garage. 1 second, because I need to have multiple screens, you see. Anyway, here we got Steve's Vintage Model Bills. Hi, Steve. Steve Keffer. Got Mrs. O. Oh, don't say hello to her. She just delivered me a nice drink. We got Andy Preston. Hello, Andy. I know we had Stuart on a little bit earlier. There he is. Brian. Good evening, Brian. Bobby G. Welcome, Bobby. Steve 131. Good evening, sir, my lord. And also we've got David Mummery. Hi, David. Paul Moore. Hello, Paul. And who else have we got? David Barber. Hello, David. Dominic's on. Anybody else? Richard Bennett. Hello, Richard. Right, I think we've caught up. Okay, so. Right, here's what's going to happen then, because we need to just run through a couple of the details, really. Just bear with me 1 second. Thank you very much. That's just what I needed. Thank you. What service? Look at that. Right. Now then. Jason will fill in and say how he's going to be like. It's like Sale of the Century tonight. I'm Nicholas Parsons, your host. Jason is the attractive one that's going to be presenting things and explaining things.
Okay. I've never been
a joke, by the way. Sorry, just before I shut up for a minute. The bit of a joke that we had. You'll have all seen the thumbnail photograph of this. And I said to Jason, I said, my God, it looks like you're a boy band pin-up on my wall in the garage.
It's always there, really. He's just not admitting it. So, right, first of all, big thanks to everyone for joining. Nice to see you all as people here that I recognise from my channel as well as Peter's. So that's always nice. If you see me looking up during the course of the auction, that's because I've got two computers running so that I can see what's happening on the screen, like now when I'm talking to you, but also I've got a spreadsheet. So while this is all running, I'm going to be logging who's put the highest bid in, what the highest bid is, and all of that sort of stuff. Peter will explain it in a minute, but that's why you'll see me looking a bit distracted from time to time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this evening. Should be good. But Peter's the lead, and I'm just doing the holding the boards and things.
Right, I'm trying to click on my video, and it's not coming up on YouTube, interestingly, which is a bit odd.
Right. There is a slight delay between StreamYard and YouTube, so we're a little bit concerned about us closing the bid while someone's bidding. So I'm going to try and do my best to keep my eye on that. But I think when we say that's it, bid's over, if a bid appears after that, and I think it was after that, I will go with the last bid that I believe was correct, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, it's definitely worth reiterating this because there's a delay from me to Jason and then from StreamYard to YouTube, and YouTube is actually running ahead of StreamYard. It's quite complicated. It's like a loop. So we're not operating, everybody isn't operating exactly in real time. I reckon there's 3 or 4 seconds latency between them, you know. So it's very difficult. I think Jason will have to have the final decision on what the final bid is. because he's probably gonna, the way things are going with this here, this isn't working for me, so I'm going to close that. It's just going to be a distraction. So I'm just going to go with what I've got in front of me in my sort of usual back of a fag packet style. And we'll just see how we get on from there on in, I think, and take it from there. So, a few of the rules and things and explanations of how things are working. First of all, just bear with me. I just want to run through a couple of things. So, we've got a little intro, and here we go. So, this is just basically welcoming everybody, as Jason has already said, really. But this is a completely 100% charity auction. I shall not get a penny from this. Jason doesn't get anything out of it. Actually, I do get something out of it. I might do, actually. I've been promised that if I can breach £1,000 during the show, I'll get champagne. So I have got a vested interest in making it quite successful. Otherwise, it's probably just going to be on water or maybe just a quick whiff of whiskey, and that's it, really. So that's the first thing. So I've got my disclosure out of the way. A vested interest disclosure. Second thing is this, really. We don't want people to feel over-obliged to spend crazy amounts of money. We have had some bids. We'll talk about them possibly later. We've had some very interesting pre-bids, which we won't go into at this time. But we don't want anybody to feel it's a bit like gambling. We don't want you to, when the fun stop, as they say on the gambling adverts, don't feel obliged to get pressured into spending money on, a model kit. At the end of the day, as I said before, it's really a donation, this one. This is purely to raise money for these two charities, which I've already explained. One is the Ukraine Relief Charity, which is genuinely a completely sort of non-governmental organisation, proper full-on charity. And they are delivering aid and beds and water and medical supplies and all sorts of things. And they need them all the time at the moment. It's much needed. And the other one, of course, is the animal charity rescuing. I saw a couple of videos in the last 24 hours where there's someone, a cat had lost both its owners, and it's heartbreaking. So very good, very worthy causes, I think. So please don't, because of that, feel in any way pressured to spend money that it's crazy, too much. Just help us if you can, as much as you're comfortable with. And if you want to buy a kit, that's absolutely great. We really appreciate all your effort and the fact you're joining in and getting the spirit of it, really. Now, the next thing is about postal charges. Now, this is where we have a bit of a problem, not of our making, obviously. So in the UK, postal charges are fairly high anyway, but when we go outside the UK, they get really crazy now, of course. And we have got, basically, we normally use Royal Mail tracked 48-hour service. But just be aware that if we go to Europe, just to give one example, I was in the chat earlier and I said one of the kits, I think it was the Marauder, if we sold it in the UK, it would be about £9-10 for the postage. If we go to Europe, it's about £16 to £18. If it goes to America, it goes up to about £20-25, 25. And then if it goes to Australia, New Zealand, it's about £30, and it's getting crazy money, really, almost the value of the item. So please be aware of that. If you're not in the UK, and several of you have already come forward to talk to me about this, if you're not in the UK, it could be a big problem. So we don't want anybody to feel that this is on top. So the bidding, the item that you're bidding for does not include the postage charges, and that's very important to bear in mind. So if the international postage charges I've just mentioned, if that's a bit off-putting, and there would be, wouldn't they, frankly, and that's just the cheap one with Royal Mail. If we went to a different supplier, it'd be a lot more. But if that's off-putting, please do what others have done. I won't name them at this moment in time, but 3 of you have already made donations in the last 2 hours. So we've already got the best part of £200 in the kitty, and we haven't even sold the kit yet. So this is going quite well, to be honest, and I'm really grateful that everybody's made that sort of an effort. But the idea would be just email me. And the one thing I didn't bring up was my one of my business cards. So I'll bring one of those up. But I'll tell you my email address, as you probably know. It's mrmatchboxes@gmail.com. So it's fairly easy to remember. But email me and I'll give you the PayPal account, and you can join and add into the fund with everybody else. And then you don't have we're not asking you to give hundreds and hundreds of pounds, anything silly like that. Just whatever you want to give, £2, £5, $10, whatever. Don't care. It's fine. Anything. Just appreciate your help. during the actual bids, when we start actually getting into the serious bit, when we're getting into the offering of the bids, can we just keep the chat down? This is not something I'd normally complain about. Obviously, we all love to go in the chat and have lots of exchanges, but it just gets really difficult for Jason in particular. He's going to be tracking and spotting what the latest bid is. And if there's a lot of people saying, hi, how are you? What have you been doing today? It really is going to be a problem. So if you can just try and just keep it quiet. And then as soon as we've sold it and we've said that's it, sold, then we'll have a little break between each one and we can catch up and chat then if that's okay. And this is what you'll see when that happens. Sold! And I've got my gavel here, I'll smash it on the desk and you'll all cheer, hopefully. So that's what you're going to get. Thank you for your bids. And remember, in terms of, you can see most of the kits are behind me. I've got a few around me here as well. In terms of the packaging, Mrs. O, my packaging expert, she says, remember, if you buy more than one item, obviously the postage per item is going to be a lot cheaper. And she obviously got wind of this thing with Bernie Eccleston, the Formula One boss, who had a sale of his collection of Formula One cars, and one single buyer bought them, 44 million, I think it was. Less packaging for her, obviously. I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, there we go. So back to where we started. So that's the sort of the basics. What we're going to do, we're going to start off. Where are we now? It's 8 o'clock. I think we'll probably start off in about 10 minutes' time, just to let people get settled in. And we will start with the very bottom end of the range. Jason has got the order, so he will explain the sort of running order and what we're after in terms of pricing. Excuse me. One thing that I must say, because I've made a mistake when I did my video, a small mistake, but it was quite an important one. At the end, when we came to the D-Day, which is very appropriate for today, the D-Day Marauder with the Spitfire and the Mustang, I forgot to tell everybody the price, which I was thinking, I told you, but I definitely didn't when I checked. So just to reiterate that, the actual, the price in the shops for that, in the UK anyway, is £80 at the moment. And we're going to start at 65. So it's quite a competitive start, you know. So just to clarify, because I think I left that unsaid, and it's probably one of the most desirable kits in the lot, you know. So anyway, over to Jason. What do you think, Jason? Any thoughts or things you'd like to say, or ideas about how you'd like to sort of guide us?
I think you've explained how things are going to happen quite eloquently, so I think it should be clear to everyone. What we'll do at the start of each bid is tell you what the RRP is, tell you what the starting price is. Some of those starting prices have got I've already got bids on, like Peter has mentioned, people that can't be here tonight or what have you. We're not going to mention what those bids are. So there's a small possibility, if the closing price is not as high as the bid we've had beforehand, then we'll have to mention that at the end. We'll deal with that if that happens. But in the main, the plan will be that when we've finished the bidding and that little notification of Peter's has gone up, I will say, I believe the best bid was and who it was. And I'm going to type it down. I've got a spreadsheet in front of me so that Peter knows who should be contacting him with bank details and what have you for to make that purchase after this is all finished. But the main thing tonight is to have a bit of fun, have a bit of a giggle, bag yourself a kit and help some people out. So all good. Looking forward to it tonight. Should be a good laugh in between the bidding as well. I'm interested to see who bags what, so it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. So there's my business card. It's not, you can actually make it out, but not very good at focusing. MrMatchboxes@gmail.com. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll just put a message in here just to remind people. What I'll do is I'll actually put it in on YouTube and I'll pin it. That's a good idea, isn't it? So it stays at the top. Bear with me a second. Keep talking, Jason.
Okay. So do we know what's coming up first, or should I mention what's coming up first?
Yes, the first one is actually the one we don't have, ironically. Yeah, the number one. Yeah.
the Backfire.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's the TU-22M3 Backfire will be the first thing we're running. There's 19 kits, 19 lots in total going up during the course of the night. So what we'll do is I think if you didn't see Peter's pre-video, which has shown all the kits, and then we'll try and explain very briefly what it is. But most of them, I think, are fairly obvious what they are, except for one or two that are in German. But you know, an aircraft stand, it's an aircraft stand, isn't it? A box of stands. So so the first one is the Backfire, which I've got to say, I don't know what that is either. But
no, it's a Soviet era nuclear bomber. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I don't know my aeroplanes.
Okay, it's actually a kit. We've actually seen it already, but not in this particular variant. And everybody, David Mumley's got a friend who's actually building this as well. Everybody that's built it is all raving about how nice it is to build. So it's a really good kit, to be honest. Right. I'm just going to put this in. Just tell me if this makes sense when it pops up.
Yeah.
It should pop up at the. Is that?
Can see that.
Is that good? Yeah, that's good. That's the one we need. Right, we're sorted. Okay, time for me to have a quick drink, I think, just before we start. Again, I just want to say that the only benefit I'm going to get for this, I might get champagne. I think it might happen, actually. I think we could be in the running here. The pledges we've got and the donations we've got already way exceeded what I thought. In fact, it's exceeded what I predicted to my wife midweek we might do if I was really lucky. We've already got that in the bag. We haven't even started yet. So we're off to a really good start. And I think it's just the generosity of people recognising that there is an issue here and a lot of us perhaps haven't done much about it. And it's just something that's probably annoyed people and they feel that perhaps they could be helping a little bit. And I think that you see some of these videos on YouTube and there's some heartbreaking stuff. So I thought I ought to do my bit, that's all. You know? Especially when I've got these kits that... I mean, I could sell them for my own profit, although I don't think the manufacturer wants me to do that. But even if I did, it wouldn't generate the kind of positivity and the actual numbers to be worth all the aggravation of selling them. Whereas doing it this way, I think is brilliant. It's a win-win for everybody. The manufacturer wins, the charity definitely wins, and I'm going to win some champagne. I'll tell you now. Right, then I've got my gavel here. It's very important to mention this. This is actually a chess piece. It's the Rook. And it's from my wooden chess set that was actually turned on a wood lathe by my late father. And he did the entire chess set. Wow. A funny story before I get going. I should have shown you the knight, really, because on the knight, they've got some slightly different shapes to the noses. And the first one he produced, he handed it to me. He said, look at that. Haven't I done well? And I said, Dad, it looks like Snoopy. And I literally went like this in the bin, and he was like, what? I took 3.5 hours to build that. And then he gave me a second version about a fortnight later, and it looked like an eagle. Anyway, long story short, he got it spot on in the end. So I do miss my old dad, and so I thought it'd be very nice to have a bit of him with us as well. So this is my gavel. I'm going to be smashing this down. I'm going to get Betty. So are we ready then? So this is a slightly unusual one. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to show you some photos. I've actually got a little file here, which I'll just show you. There's 2 photos for this one. So this is what you're going to be bidding on. Now, it's a bit awkward because it isn't here yet. It would have been here. It would have been here today, I'm pretty convinced. But because of the bank holiday, it's been delayed. And I know it's been stuck at the airport 2 days last week. So this is the Letaki. This is a Ukrainian manufacturer. They're on the Dnipro River. It's only 1/144 scale, but it's actually still reasonably big. And this is the TU-22 M3 Backfire-C, which has got these, I think it's the AH-133. They're a cruise missile. And, of course, Ukraine inherited these from the Soviet Union, so that's why it's in their colours. So you're bidding on this, and to give you an idea what it's like. The photo's going to do it justice. Sorry about the reflections. You can see there at the top, you've got photo etch it comes with. It comes with a mask set. It comes with a full resin set for the engines, especially the jet exhausts. And I think the missiles, or the noses of the missiles, are also in resin. And that's all the sprue set there. So this will be arriving with me, I'm pretty confident, probably by Wednesday latest, I think. So that's what we're bidding on. It's got a UK selling price of £45, I think it was. Yes, £45. And we're starting the bidding today. A bargain start at just £35. So who'll start the bidding? And we're going to be kicking off right now. Who'll give me £38? Anybody give me £38? See where we go. Quiet. I've actually got my YouTube working now, which is something that will help us. It's going to be a big help, actually. Right, here we go. So this is lot one. The Tarky, say it's a multimedia kit. He doesn't need any aftermarket whatsoever. You can build yourself a proper Soviet-era bomber in Ukraine colours if you wish. And we're asking £35 for it. And it's £45 retail. So we're offering £10 discount at the moment. Anybody want that one at £35? Just running down. Here we go. Bobby G. Oh, £38. David, I'm sorry, I missed that. David Barber, 38. Thank you. Bobby G, £40. Yeah, thanks, Bobby. Thanks, Bobby. You won't be disappointed with it. It's a really cracking little kit, actually. And considering it's a new manufacturer, they've done really well with it. I was quite amazed. I actually owe them an apology. I'll just say this during the auction. When I did the first review, I had these glasses I've got on now, my latest glasses. And I normally wear my Hugo Boss ones, which look very trendy, but they're not quite as up to date with my prescription. And I didn't notice the quality of the actual detailing in the engines. And I was saying, I don't know why they did it in resin, you know. Well, when I got my proper glasses back on, I thought, oh dear, now I do. So they are really nice. They've got really detailed exhausts. So I can certainly recommend it to you. And I say £45. Some people said it's a bit expensive, but it's not, because it's got everything in there, you know. It's a really cracking little kit, to be frank. So we just got John Paul joined us. Nene Yumo, £50. Well, thank you for that bid. That's a really good bid. Yeah, thanks a lot for that. Yeah, that's a very fair bid indeed. And I say, you'll be very impressed. This will be all over YouTube next week when it arrives in the UK. Everybody will be showing it to you. Any more offers? Any more offers in the room? £50. That's a good price. And I say it will arrive with me probably midweek. Now, I should just explain as well, I will be having to review this, but it'll be done the usual way, so it won't be touched with my naked hands like they are tonight. It'll be gloves on as normal. And by the way, on some of these bids tonight, if anybody goes the extra mile, I'm going to throw in some free gloves. Yeah. So £50 is the bid. Any more offers on that? So we're talking about the, because I'm conscious new people are joining. So it's the Letarki. I'll show it again. It's the Letarki TU-23 Backfire bomber, nuclear strike bomber, jet bomber, swing wings. Quite an imposing aircraft. They've been in the news lately, but I won't go into the details on that. Yeah, a very, very impressive kit. Comes with nice clear parts as well, especially for a new manufacturer. They did a really good job with it. So the people that have built this so far are all reporting it goes together very nicely. You'll be seeing this in things like Airfix, Airfix Model World, because people are building them. So they'll start popping up all over the place. But this is the latest version, not arrived in the UK yet, due this week. Will be here midweek. So I would anticipate having this out to the customer by next weekend, probably, to be truthful. So as soon as that arrives, I'll review it and I'll turn it straight round and it'll be out to you. Just to give you a rough idea, in the UK, postage on that is probably going to only be about £6 to £8 absolute max, to be honest, because it's not big or heavy. You know, it's a reasonable size. Bobby G's gone £52. Thank you, Bobby. That's a really good offer. That's a really good offer. So Dan's just asking what we're bidding on. Yeah, you'll understand we're new at this. We're not professional auctioneers, although by the end, we might have a new career, the pair of us. You never know. I've seen plenty of people do car auctions recently, and they were absolutely terrible. But that's a good point. So I'll keep doing that because people keep rejoining. I'll keep reminding you. We'll show you the picture. And you can say it's the Letarki, the TU-22M3 Backfire-C. That's the one that's got the cruise missiles on it, air-launched cruise missiles. And it comes with photo etch. It comes with canopy masks, everything you need. And that's the best photo of this, actually. I took this from scale mates because I haven't got mine yet, obviously. You see clear parts, photo etch, masks, and resin engines and resin missiles, or the tips are, I think. So smashing kit, trust me, it's a really nice one. I was quite surprised, when they popped up out of nowhere and the quality was through the roof, really. Anyway, well, it's £52. Are there any more offers? I'm gonna draw this one to a close, I think, slowly. I'll give you another minute to think about it. I wouldn't hesitate recommending that if you're interested in that aircraft. It's a good kit. It's not too big either. It's finished. It's about this big. Nice kit. So going once, £52. Last chance. Jason's on fire. Look at that. He's doing better than I am. Last chance to live. Going once, £52. Any further offers? £52. You won't regret it. It's a good value. So you're looking at at £52. You're looking at probably about £60 total cost with your postage, roughly. But we confirm that later because we have to just wait. So going twice, coming up to the final chance to get the Lataki TU-22M3 Backfire bomber. Going once, going twice. Last chance. I'm selling the kit to Bobby G. Sold to Bobby G. Thanks very much, Bobby. You won't regret that. It's a nice kit, and it'll be with you very soon indeed. Very soon indeed. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thanks for supporting us there. That's really good. I think the problem with that is it's not a known kit, and they're not really a known manufacturer. So it's, and because I haven't been able to sort of physically show it, it's a bit of an unusual one. But that's a great result. Oh, Bobby. Now, I did warn Bobby earlier. I said, just take it easy. It's like the adverts for the betting shops. When the fun stops, stop. Yeah. In fact, he was the one that advised me and said, you should tell Jason, when you're managing it, make sure you say stop when you actually got to the final bid, so we don't keep on bidding. So that's that done. Now it'll get easier now because the things that you've actually seen. So over to you, Jason. What's next?
So the next lot is a box of aircraft stands. So recommended retail price is $9.99, and we're going to start bidding, I think, at $7.50, Peter.
Right, the aircraft stands, here they are. Beautiful little things. Something that we complain about all the time, nobody more than me. And the beauty of these is they haven't got any name on them, so you can use them with absolutely any kit you want, Airfix or Matchbox. Don't you even think about that? Why would you? They've got better stands, haven't they? I only say that because theirs are angleable. But these are great because you can use them with anything. So it doesn't matter what your kit is, whether it's Tamiya, Revell, anything. Also, they say all sizes, because on the side it shows you, sorry about the reflection. On the side it shows you that they've got the MiG-29 there, basically, and in 1/144, 72nd and 48th. But it frankly doesn't matter. You can have it any way you want. You can just, as long as you cut the slot to fit them, these are universally usable. So they're really, really good. And we're starting, what was it, Jason? $7.50?
$7.50.
We'll give it $7.50 then.
Can I ask you, do you know how many stands are in the box?
There are 3, as you see there.
Okay.
One of each. Yeah, there's one of each. Small, medium, large,
Brilliant.
So there you go. I mean, and at the end of the day, you could actually use the large with a 72nd scale. As long as you cut the slot big enough, you're fine. So,
cool.
£7.50 for a set of stands. Now, they've got to be the cheapest stands, I think, on the market, and they are really nice. I've reviewed them. There's a review of all these that we're selling today. Apart from the 2 that are brand new, that I've sort of done them already. But anyway, digressing. Who'll bid me £7.50? Come on now. You all complain you want to put your aircraft in flight. Now's your chance. Yeah. These are the ones you want. £15 from Ian Nichols. Hello, Ian. Ian's our big Formula 1 fan. Thanks very much. That's a very generous offer. Thank you. But they are nice, these. And these weren't taken out of the bags or anything either. I think I took the lid off just to show the difference when I had the clear ones as well. So they're completely new inside. So really nice. £15 then. £15. Anybody give me any raise on 15? Anybody give me a raise on 15? Think of kits you could put them with. If you've got any of the smaller kits, you've got the ideal stand for them as well. Could be good. Could be good. Any more offers then? Any more takers? £15 is a good offer. They're retailing at £9.99, so that's a generous offer from Ian. Any more takers? Any more takers? So I'm going to close this one down. There's no more bids. Who'll outbid Ian? Can they even? Anyway, going once at £15, then I'm going to sell the kit, and you'll all moan you haven't got stands, and then you'll be saying, I should have bought those, only £15. Going once, £15. Any more offers in the room? No? Going twice. Jason's going to give you a warning. You're running out of time. You may regret this later. Yeah. The feeling of regret lasts forever. Remember that. You'll forget how much money you spent. That soon gets forgotten. Yeah.
Another 50p.
I'm going to sell the kit then. Say again.
Another 50p and someone else could take them.
That's all it would take. That's all it would take. But I don't want to deprive Ian of it. He's a great supporter of the channel. And he's lent me some lovely kits as well. Right, I'm selling the kit then. Going once, going twice at £15. Sold to Ian Nichols, £15. Thanks very much, Ian. Really appreciate that. So that's that one. Right. Now then. I can see, Jason, that you're much quicker at this than I expected, actually. You're probably thinking, yeah, and you're slower. I'm very well equipped today. Look, I've got water here. I've got tissues in case we have any more alcohol accidents or even water accidents. I've come prepared. We're not going to have any problems today. Anyway, what we'll do, we'll just do this one. Well, there's two that's almost the same kit, but in different scales. When we've done them two, we'll have a little 5-minute break and we can just chat and carry on as normal and have a good laugh, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to speed people through these, especially as they get into the more interesting kits. I think we need to take our time a little bit more. I'll talk about them a bit more as well.
Well, shall I introduce the next one?
Please do.
Okay, so like Peter says, the next two are the same item, just different scales. So it's the Marston mats. And the first lot is the 172 scale. I think these are brilliant because you've got a ready-made little big neck there that you can put your aircraft on. I really quite fancy these myself, but I'm not bidding tonight. So
all you need is a figure, isn't it? 1 or 2 figures, and you've got a complete diorama, really. You know?
Yeah, absolutely, and it gives you a nice surface, and you don't have to mess around trying to do grass and stuff. So the RRP is £11.50 and our starting bid price is £8.99.
£8.99. Now, a lot of people have been saying to me recently when I've been reviewing some of the ICM kits in particular and saying, oh, there's nothing in 72nd. Well, here you go. So those of you that, you know, that have got good eyes, not like me, obviously, that can do smaller kits, this is absolutely perfect for you. So we got Nene Yumo, £20. £20. That's a very generous offer. Thank you very much. Yeah. And you remember that this is the one I did actually get out of the packaging, I think, because they were so tiny. I was just amazed to see what they were like, and they were really good actually, very well molded, and they look like they fit together well, you know. And so many of us have got these 72nd scale kits. You can't go wrong, can you? Really? So £20. Any further offer on 20? It will go with. It's big enough that it would go with something like obviously the Mustang and the single seaters, but even the Mosquito would look all right on it. It'd be fine, you know. I think maybe a big Lancaster bomber or something. Maybe they might be too small. But all you do is buy another set. They all sort of link together. You know, you can just buy more sets.
Another bid.
Another bid. David Mummery, £22. Thanks, David. Thanks, David. He's obviously planning to do some dioramas by the sound of it. Got to get some Airfix figures to go with it. I can feel it coming. Yeah, there we go. I wasn't actually showing you the pictures on it to show you, really. But I did think it was strange where they did their artwork. Look, it's got the Mustang, but it's sort of tilted over the top. I was wondering why they didn't just show it a little bit further away. But anyway, there we go. They've done the same on both, actually. £22 then. I think we'll bring this one to a bit of a close. So we're going to wind this one up. You're looking at the last chance. Any further offers on £22? 22 is the current price. Going once at £22. Any further offer? 22 going once. Remember, we're not trying to get cheap kits here. We're trying to raise money for charity. So think of it as a donation with a nice free shiny kit thrown in to make you feel better. Yeah, soften the blow. Any further offers? Going once, going twice at £22. I'm selling the kit at £22. Going. On. So David Mummery, £22. Thanks very much, David. I enjoyed that. It's a nice little set. And then needs very little intro, this one, because it's the same thing, but at 48 scale. And now we've got a Spitfire in American colours that goes over the top like that. Now this one, go on, Jason, what's the numbers on this one?
Okay, so the RRP is £15.95, and we've got a starting price opening bids of £12.
Which is a bargain. So now we're into the same thing, but on a big scale altogether. They are actually slightly different design. So it's not just, they haven't just upscaled it and that's it. These interlock like interlocking tongue and groove. And they are a bit more, I think because they're going to have bigger, heavier models on it, they wanted them to be a bit more secure, I think. So that's what we have here.
So we've got an opening bid of £20.
That's very good, Ian. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Yeah, you won't be disappointed. I should have said, this one, I opened the box. I did not open the bag, so they've never been touched by anybody, even with the gloved hands, these. I just got them out and showed them through the plastic bag, just to give you an idea how it compared, really. So, completely new, steel factory bag inside, absolutely perfect. Think about how you could have your P-51s or Mustangs or Kitty Hawks. What else would they have on there? Corsairs, Lightning, P-38 Lightning, stuff like that. Almost anything, really, isn't it?
Yeah, bit of ground crew, and you're away.
They used them in the Far East as well, didn't they? A lot. So, you could use it almost anywhere, really. £20 then. So it looks like we're going at £20. Any further offers on 20? And then we're going to have a little 5-minute break and just have a little chat and say hello to each other and all that usual stuff. So Ian is in the lead, £20 from Ian. Any further offers? I'm going to sell the kit at £20. Now, bear in mind that David Mummery paid £22. This is actually going cheaper, and it's a bigger scale. Come on, people. Bid big. Be generous. Oh, may the Lord have mercy on your soul. 22. Oh, Bobby G's coming. £22. Yeah, I mean, this is in the region where we expect it to be. It's fine. Is Ian are you going to come back, Ian? Are you going to retaliate and strike back like the Empire to get your dream Master Mat set? I mean, I reckon I'd pay anything up to 25.
Got another bid?
Oh, 25. He had struck back. He's a hard man, this Ian is. He's not messing about, is he? That's a very good offer. Thank you very much, Ian. Any further bids? 25. 25. It's not going to be like one of these cars that ends up at £4 million, is it? I was watching the Miami auction over the weekend, the Formula One auction. They didn't do it very well. I thought the auction master was useless, really. He had the personality of a cardboard box. But there you go. That's the way it goes sometimes. Anyway, very good price. Nice item. Ian E is in the lead. I think we're selling at 25. Any further bids? Going once at £25. A good, sensible price. Going twice. Any further offers? Last chance to get the kit. I'm selling the kit at £25. Sold to Ian E. Well done, sir. Thank you very much. Well bid. Well bid.
So, Peter, you'd be interested to know, so far, before we go for a break, we've generated £114 in bids so far.
That's absolutely fantastic. Well, thank you very much to all of you.
And the really interesting stuff is yet to come.
Yeah, it literally gets more and more interesting and ramps up the whole time.
Yeah.
So let's all just have a little chat, just catch up with everybody, make sure we've got people we haven't said hello to. Let's have a look. Who have we got? Hobby Time, Gordon. He's been on. I missed you earlier. Sorry about that. James Mayer. Hiya, James. In Dubrovnik. Well, somebody's got to do it, I suppose. You can get worse places. Tom01, hello Tom, how are you doing? Who else have we got here? Not to say hello to Craig Dukes. Hello, Craig. Good evening to you. Running down the list. Who else we got? Simon's Modelling Shed. Here's Simon. He's quite interested in an item. We'll get to that later. Thanks a lot for joining us, Simon. Trevor Windsor. Hello to Trevor. Who else we got? Trevor makes a comment there. Hi. I don't know if he means the prices. Bear in mind, Trevor, this is not an auction where we're trying to be competitive. We don't want to be competitive if we can avoid it. We don't want people to spend stupid amounts of money. That's not what it's about. But we want people to think of it as a donation and you get a free kit. And they're all mint, brand new. Many of them are actually completely sealed and they've been touched. Proper, shop examples from the manufacturer. So, yeah, don't be thinking, don't be comparing prices. You'll be wasting your time because that's not what it's about. And you'll discover later as we get into it that some people have really been generous, actually. Wargaming History. Hello there. How are you? Dan Edmonds. I think my glasses. I need to get my glasses sorted. My eyes are not as good as they used to be. Hello, Dan. He was asking about the Litaki, wasn't he? I think Ian Nichols. Yeah, we know he bid. Well done, Ian. David Mummery. Neen. Is that Neen Jumo or Umo? Neen Umo, I think it is. Hi to you. Ian E. Hello to you. Thank you for the bid and the winning bid there. Alt Control Freak. Good evening to you. Lee Fennell. How are you, Lee? Good to see you. JM. Is that JM? Is that the JM? Hello, JM. Hope it is. Is JM going to buy something? That would be cool. Wargaming History. Steve Brown. Hello, Steve. Raymond Gutcher. Mank Modeler. That's Gary. He's a good guy. He's had things from me before for Ukraine, actually. And Trevor Windsor. Meant to say hi. Meant to say hi, not hi. He meant hi, as in hi. And he said hi, as in your price is too high. Oh, that's quite a funny one, isn't it? Okay, so
Peter,
over to you.
Before we start, well, first of all, to all the people that have joined are saying hello to me, hello to you. I'm trying to stay a little bit focused, so I'm not chatting as much as I usually do, and it's Peter's show. I'm just, as he put it, the glamorous assistant. But yeah, a big hello to everyone. Peter, it's probably worth, for the new people that might have joined, you putting your messages up again about postage and maybe leave the one up for people outside of the UK that might want to just donate.
Good idea. Good idea. So here we go. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining the show. And as it says there, just a reminder that we're purely raising money for charity here. Nothing, not a penny of any of this, and it's going to be significant, I think, is going to go to me or Jason or anybody else. Not even to my champagne fund, unfortunately. But there we go. But I have, as a full disclosure, for those of you that have just joined, I have been promised if I breach the £1,000 mark, my wife will produce champagne. So there is something in it for me. I'm not doing it for nothing, Anyway, thank you very much. It's a really very important thing that we selected these two charities. One is the Disasters Relief, Ukraine Relief, they're called. And they are very, very proficient at providing proper sort of crisis care for some of these civilians that have been bombed out of their, apartments and homes, offering alternative accommodation, giving them somewhere to sleep, some cases beds, sleeping bags, blankets, all this kind of thing, water, medical packs, all sorts of things, even generators for people that are living out in the sticks where they've lost the power and things like that. They do a lot of good work, and they're a UK Bournemouth-based charity. Got a lot of other big sponsors like Stenaline and P&O and the big bank. I've got the name there. JP Morgan, the big bank, people like that. So they've got some very credible backers as well. So quite a nice organisation. And the show, actually, unlike some charities, they were showing proper work going on in the country, which impressed me quite a lot. So there's that. And then the other, so 75% goes to them and 25% goes to the Four Paws Animal Rescue Charity. And there's some heartbreaking stuff going on, that things they've been involved in. Jason's just turned into Jesus again. It's like Easter Sunday all over again, look. You've got the halo. I've got my shiny halo as well. Anyway, so there we go. So, yeah, there's been quite a lot of upsetting stuff. And this animal charity, Four Paws, there's some amazing videos of the work they've done. They rescued a load of wallabies a couple of weeks ago. They were in the back of in crates in the back of a van. I think there's a zoo that had been hit by a missile strike. But anyway, very worthy causes indeed. And I think that it's the sort of cause that nobody can really argue with. Nobody can have a problem with it. So that's what we're up to. Then moving on, in terms of the bidding, so we've got, I think Jason said there's 19 lots. There's actually about 26 items, I think, in total. I think it might be 27 there. And there's a total value of about £900 of kits on the street value. So there's some good stuff here. But when you get into the bidding, please don't get carried away and overcommit yourself, because it's very easy, especially if it's an item you really like and you want to help. This is what it's about. It's about, I want to actually help this and have some fun, and I get a kit at the end of it. I know it's going to be absolutely fantastic one. And we're trying to make people think of it like that, and it's working very well, and people have entered into the spirit of it perfectly, really. But don't overcommit yourself, and don't feel when I'm saying you won't be forgiven if you don't give me £400. Just ignore that. Don't be badgered or let yourself feel that you're obliged in any way. It's and those of you that don't want to bid or don't want any of the kits, there's already been quite a number of you, even this afternoon, who have made donations. Some significant donations have come in. So we got off to a fantastic start before we ever went on the air. So that's an alternative. We'll talk about that more in a minute. The only thing to watch out for is the postal charges, because none of the bid values that you're going to pay here that you see on the screen, final bid, doesn't include postage. But I will literally just put whatever it is, Royal Mail, £4.80 for the small ones is probably what you'll pay, probably on something like that. It's probably £4.80 or £3.80. Certainly won't be over a £5. Whatever it is, that's what we put on, and we bag it and pack it up. It'll be boxed, not bagged. We pride ourselves, my wife does, she does all the packaging, making sure it's done properly. But just be aware, though, if you're not in the UK, it gets a bit more problematic, and as it says there, it can be really pricey. And it shoots up to some crazy levels, I think, for some of the shipping. So we have to pass that on. So if you're not in the UK, just be a bit cautious, because whatever it is what we'll have to pass on to you. And we know that Australia, for some of the bigger kits, it was well over £30-35, which is quite a lot of money just for a bit of postage, I think. If that puts you off, why not make a little donation like our friends did earlier? A number of you that are in the chat now, in fact. It doesn't matter what you give, anything, frankly, it all helps. We won't disclose the amount you give. That's the important thing. We will say Fred Blogs has just given us a very kind donation. Thank you very much. Now, I might not be able to capture this now if you start doing it during the show, but just email me, Mr. Matchboxes. You'll see this, Mr. Match. It doesn't focus well. Mr. Matchboxes @gmail.com. I should have put this up in the corner on the thing. But if you look on the top of your chat, you can see it's the pinned message with my email address. Just drop me an email. I'll give you the PayPal account. And if you want to send £1, £2, £5, £10, or equivalent, whatever, entirely up to you. Nobody else will find out what you've given. You'll just get a thank you from us for helping, whatever you feel is appropriate. During the bidding itself, please try to, and you've been doing this really well. I've got to say, I was quite impressed. You've been keeping very quiet and letting the bidding just go ahead. And that becomes more important, I think, as we get to the more interesting items and the more high-value items. So thank you for that. And now, at the moment, you can chat away to your heart's content. It's absolutely fine. At the end of each sale, you'll get this, which I keep forgetting to do, actually. I notice I let that slip a little bit. But it'll say sold, so stop bidding then, because we're done, Yeah, and I've just got somebody actually asking how he can make a donation. So just email me. I think it was Michael. Just email me, mrmatchboxes@gmail.com. It's at the top of the chat there, pinned, and I'll give you the full details. Mrs. O, she's the lady who must be obeyed. She's the one that does the packaging pretty well, it has to be said. I don't think I've ever had a complaint about packaging on anything. Literally, it'll come to you better packed than the model shop will do. But she says, of course, if you do buy more than one item, I think Bobby G, has he bought 2 items already? He has, hasn't he? So here's a perfect example. Bobby G is going to be getting a benefit from that because there'll just be one box going to him. Possibly quite a big box, I have a feeling. But anyway, we'll see. But it obviously keeps the cost down, you know. And that's it, really. Just, you know, I said he was quite literally saying, oh, wouldn't it be nice if one person bought everything? And I said, well, yeah, unless it's like Bernie Eccleston's collection, it's not going to happen, is it, really? You know what I mean? And thanks again to Jason, because this is impossible to do as a one-man band. I think it's just crazy, you know, when there's quite a few items and the numbers and the value of them are relatively high, not silly like a Wingnut Wings. Cell phones, of course not. But it's hard to do, and I think it's far better if there's 2 of you working. One could be talking, one could be recording what's going on, and you know, just work as a team, you know. So that's where we're at. So that's my little interjection. I'm missing all the chats of what people are saying. Oh, we've got William Schultz from California. Hello, William. We've got Daniel from Go For It Painting. Gary Lane. Hello, Gary. Who else we got here? Anybody else? No, just all joining. Some of these guys come across like professional gamblers. They're joining for the really serious stuff. They know when to join, you know. Anyway, how are you finding it so far, Jason? Are you coping?
Yeah, so far not so bad, but I suspect there might be more bidding frenzy on some of the kits as we go along. So we will see. But yeah, people's behaviour while the auction's going on is perfect. Thank you very much, because the chat will move very quickly if there's lots of people talking, so it just slows it down so I can keep on top of it. But yeah, all going well. I think we're all eager to get stuck into the next lot, Peter.
Right, sounds good to me. So what have we got next? We've got something, another nice cheap one to start the next section, which may look a bit dull, but it's actually quite an important one. It will become very important to you later. And it's the World War II US Navy vehicles. Oops, let's see if we can get this at the reflection. There we go. World War II US Navy vehicles. Now, this has got in the picture the Burma Jeep. And the Burma Jeep is coming from ICM in a matter of weeks, I think, certainly in the next month or two. It's something that they've scheduled for this year. That is the colour set you want. Now, this is going to be very affordable. Jason will give you the details.
Yeah, and actually, if you've never tried ICM paints, they are superb. So £10.95 is the recommended retail price. We're offering them tonight at a starting bid of £8.50.
How can it be that low? I mean, in the shop, obviously, you're going to pay at least 10, 11 quid if you're lucky, you know. But there you go. You want to bid on something to try and help us, bid that up a little bit higher, won't break the bank. And when that Burma Jeep arrives, quite an interesting vehicle to show on the back as well. So it's quite an interesting one. It's something a bit different. And any sort of Far Eastern diorama, it'll go beautifully with, you know. So the Burma Jeep then. So we're looking at the paint set for the Burma Jeep, US Navy vehicles. And we've got Neen Umo, £20 bid. That's very generous. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. That's great. Have we got any more bids on it? I'll just show you the side as well so you can see the full Monty. So that's the full set. They are, in fact.
So it's 5 paints and a clear coat?
That's correct. Yeah. A satin varnish, in fact. So it's natural steel, blue grey, rubber black, deck tan, and camo green. Those are the ones you get, and the varnish. So that's
and if you've not used them before, you can thin those paints with tap water. They're brilliant.
Yeah, I like a fool. I was trying about 6 different products, and then I went on YouTube, and who popped up? Jason. And he said, oh, just tap water out. It's absolutely fine. I was like, no.
Yeah.
So there we go. So £20. We've got £20. We'll move this one along because it's only a small item, obviously. £20. Any further bids on that one? Because I tell you what, when the Burma Jeep comes out in a month or two and I'm doing a review on it, you'll be thinking, I wish I'd bought that Burma Jeep paint set because it was cheap as chips. Well, cheap as a large bag of chips now, anyway. Yeah. Thanks to Neen Umo or Neen Jumo. Jumo or Umo. I think it's Umo, isn't it? It's Neen Umo. It's the engines, isn't it? I've just realised. Neen engines, jet engines, yeah? UMO from your Messerschmitt 262, isn't it? I think it must be a jet engine enthusiast. Well, there you go. So we're going to be calling it going once, £20 then for the Burma Jeep set. Very nice acrylic set. You got it. Okay. Just said, yeah, I got the right description. Right. Going twice, £20 for Neen Umo, the jet engine enthusiast. It's very generously offered us £20. Any further bids? I'm going to sell the paint set £20. Sold to Neen Umo, £20.
Brilliant.
Now this is lulling Jason and me into a right false sense of security because it's quite calm, the bidding, and it's going to turn into some sort of rabid frenzy. Like, I remember when they had Princess Diana's Turbo Escort. I watched that and it was crazy. There was bids flying in. The auctioneers couldn't keep up with it. It'll be just like that, I think.
I can feel it in my waters. It's going to be frenzy later.
Now remember, when it starts getting excited, don't overcommit yourself. Don't overcommit yourself.
But do dig deep.
Yeah, we want all your money. We just don't need to feel bad about it, really.
Peter wants his champagne. That's
if only. If only. I mean, we joke about it, don't we? We've been talking about champagne, but these people, this is going to generate bottles of water and things like that for people, especially in the summertime when they need it the most. If they've got their water supply cut off, it's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, moving on then.
Okay.
So, I think we're going to start getting into the really interesting stuff. Starts now, really. Go on, Jason. What have we got?
Right now, I don't know whether I've copied this down right, so you might need to correct me here. I've got an Oral NJ22 Jet.
Yes.
Okay.
Oral. This is from Litaki, another Ukraine manufacturer, and this is it's a ground attack and training jet operated by the Yugoslav Army, Air Force, what it was called, and then the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, Serbia had them. I think the Greeks had them as well. As it says there are 6 different decal variants. Now I did the review on this, and again, Litaki, what they do, they give you a resin set. So it's got resin engines. I think maybe the fins on the missiles from memory were resin as well. It's got a full mask set for the canopy set, which you need with this one, really. And it's got some photo etch, so they go the full Monty, And this one, Jason will tell you, is a bargain price. Now, don't miss out on this one because it's actually quite nice.
So the recommended retail price is £35.95. Are you sure you've got this right, Peter? Because that's a crazy start price. £26.50 starting bid.
I'm going low on this one because some people don't know the aircraft, but it's a really good buy. And I thought might get people get their teeth into it. And it'll also get them into Litaki kits, which they probably haven't seen before, a lot of people either. So we're going low on this one to make it a really good, affordable kit. And even if you get into a bit of a bidding war, it's still only 40, 50 quid, won't it? I think so. So who will bid us on this fantastic one? I'm going to grab it because it's just over behind me.
£26.50. That is a bargain price.
That is an incredible price, isn't it? Look at all the options you've got. It's got 6 different options.
Cool.
And it's actually a really good looking aircraft. They haven't got the rubber gloves on, so I can't get things open very easily now. It comes beautifully packed. Look at the way they pack it. It's incredible. It's a really nice kit. Absolutely stunning. Everything's done properly. Got lots of technical data, historic data. They've got a colour call-out sheet. It's done a bit like, it's done a bit like Italian, really, the way they go about it. And everything's packed with foam to protect the clear parts. Beautiful set. And it's a really good looking display. Oh, sorry, I've not got the actual comments on. What do we got? £30 from Dominic. Oh, and David bid 28 as well. Thank you, guys. That's really appreciated. It won't disappoint you. Really nice little kits these are. This is their second, I think it was, of their range. And they're now up to 4 with the one that we started with, obviously. So they've only got 4 in the product range, but it's growing. Nice kit. Very, very nice.
Okay. So we're up to £42 on the bidding.
42, that's a good price. 45. Wow. Yeah. There's 2 versions of this aircraft. There's the single seat version, and this is the twin. I actually said this in the preview. I think this is the better looking aircraft for sure.
Yeah.
David Mummery, £45. Thanks, David. Anybody else tempted with one of these? This is an aircraft. They wanted to buy the Fallen Gnat, and we said no. Then they wanted to buy the Hawk, and we said no. And they kind of thought, well, blow it then. People always say it looks like a cross between a Jaguar and a Hawk, really. Very similar attributes, you know. Sort of a very logical looking thing. Very nice. So, £45, David Mummery. Any advance on 45 then? I'm going to be selling this kit at £45 to Mr. Mummery if we don't get any further bids. Good bidding on this. Good bidding. I started low, but it worked. It got people interested, you see. It's always tricky when you've got a manufacturer that people don't know either. You won't be disappointed, though, when you get into it because the plastic's really nice. Very good kit. So I'm selling the kit. I'm going to go calling you going once at £45 then. The Oreo, the two-seater ground attack strike aircraft, complete with bombs. Going twice, £45. Any more offers? Last chance, folks. Going 3 times and sold. £45. Mr. Mummery. Thanks, David. Yeah, you'll enjoy that. It's a lovely kit, actually.
David's going for the combined shipping option. That's his second purchase.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? You get your own back on the Royal Mail by doing that, really. Right, for practical reasons, just want to explain, for practical reasons, I won't probably keep getting up with these because I think people know what they are as we get to the more expensive ones, and it's not very practical because of the way I've stacked them. So I'll go back to the photographs, but right, £45 for that. That's very good. Thanks. Thanks, David. Oops, my pen's not working. My pen's broken. It's all right. Jason's doing it anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right. What have we got next, Jason?
We've got a MiG-29 JDAMS.
Oh, right. Now, this is the one which I think I forgot to mention to you that I have a pre-bid stroke reserve price on, which we won't say at the moment what it is. But I will tell you because I have an email here from earlier. Here it is. Is it this one? Right. Now, tell us what the prices are as you understand it, Jason. What you've got is fact.
Okay, so the recommended retail price for this kit is £22. We've got a starting price of $19.99, but do remember that there is a pre-bid on this, so you may need to up the ante a little bit.
Now I said I wasn't going to get any of them down, and I'll just get this one down because it's small. This is a stunning little kit. This has got the extra range JDAM cruise missile bombs, or cruise bombs they are, the long range, and they've got wings that pop out. It's really well done at 72nd scale as well. It's really been nicely molded. So it's the MiG-29. Whether it would really be in those colours in combat, I'm still not convinced. But anyway, it's an absolute stunner, and it's got nice decals, good instructions, and you can build that in a weekend. It's a really nice kit. So I will introduce our pre-bid only if it's necessary, because the person that's bid on this is one of my absolute regulars, and he can't be here tonight. So he's telling me what he's prepared to pay, and we'll only mention that if we have to. So who will give me £20 for this? £20, anybody? Sorry, I've missed out in the chat, so I'm not seeing what's going on. Here we go. See, David's just congratulating himself. No more chatting now. Come on then, folks. Come on. It's in the Ukraine colours. It's the latest. It's got the JDAM extra range weapons supplied by the US. £20. Yes, thanks, David. That's great. Thanks a lot. If you saw my review of it, I was actually quite pleasantly surprised with this. When I did the Ghost of Kiev, which was from the same tooling, it didn't seem as clean. This seemed cleaner, so I was much more impressed with this one, to be honest. So, yeah, and it's got some nice decals. Just got to decide whether you want to paint it in such...
Sorry, 28.
28. Thank you very much, David. That's great.
I've built that kit with the Ghost of Kiev, and it was a really nice kit. Went together well.
Did it? Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, good additions, aren't they? Really, and they're affordable kits as well. At this price, they're really good. On the side there, you've got all your markings. As I say, it's a bit loud. Somebody said when I was reviewing it last week, somebody said it looks like it's at an air show. But it's a really good looking motor. £30. Thanks, James. Come on, folks. Any advance on 30? You may have to try harder than that. You may. Just saying. Don't overcommit. Do overcommit. People will understand why I said don't overcommit later. It'll become clearer. Any further advance? Just going to have a look at this. Remember, we're not trying to get cheap kit. We're trying to donate to these charities that need it. So try to forget the fact that, as Jason said, it's £22 retail, but it's honestly, this feels like a £30 kit. Easy, to be honest. I was surprised when I actually wrote that list out. I thought, really? I even said to my wife, it's only 22 quid. I can't believe it. I would have never guessed it was going to be that low, to be honest.
And to be honest, I don't think you can build it in a weekend. There's more to that kit than you think.
Well, they make it look really simple in the instructions.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same scale, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's a nice kit to build. 32.
32. Oh, great. Thank you. Ian E is back at it again. Good for you, sir. Well bid, sir. Well bid. Any further offers on 32? I have a bid that, I think my bidder might be getting this. That'll become clear in a moment.
Okay.
Any more offers? I'm looking at YouTube and I'm seeing myself moving on YouTube and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I'm sitting still at the moment. That's strange.
Yeah, that was 2 minutes ago.
And it shows it as live. That's really weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, any further offer on this? Going once. I can't sell it at 32, I'm afraid. You have to be higher. It will go, though. If nobody bids any further, it's going to go. So going once. I'll tell you what the price is when I slam down. Going once. Any further offers? Anybody bid me higher? Going twice. Last chance for this one. You might kick yourself. Going 3 times. And it is sold. Chris Jones at £35.
Oh,
You were very close. You're very close. So he was quite generous at 35. That's not a crazy price though. So thank you, Chris. You couldn't be here tonight. Sorry, Ian. You're very close there, but just no cigar on this one. So Chris Jones gets that one. So
okay.
How's it looking? I've done it again. I forgot. There we go. Sold. A bit slow on the upside.
So running total at the moment, Peter, is that's including the last bid from Chris Jones, £214 so far that we've raised.
That's very good. That's very, very good. Okay. We've got over £155 in donations on top of that as well. And we've got somebody, if you keep talking for a minute, I just need to reply to somebody who's desperately trying to get hold of me here.
Okay.
So Ning Yumo has sent me an email. Thank you, Ning Yumo. I've got that now. Thank you. I'm just looking at it. Thank you. Also, there's a chap called Mark who's asking me how to make a donation. I'm not going to bid on any of your kits, but really enjoy your channel. Oh, that's very nice of him. Don't have a credit card. Doesn't have a credit card. He's in the USA by the sound of it. Oh no, he's in Eindhoven. Okay. I'll just reply. We need PayPal, really, unfortunately. Just bear with me a second, folks, because it's nice if I can reply in straight away. Really.
You can pay into a PayPal account even if you've not got PayPal.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they just need the address. That's all.
Right. Okay.
So yeah. Okay. So while Peter's just doing that, we've got a moment that we can just have a quick chat with people. And it's just about going dark. Sun's just about going down here. That's why I've switched the light on. So yeah, you can do a bank transfer. So the next kit that's coming up is one that I would be bidding on if I wasn't doing this. I've made the decision not to bid on anything with one exception, because people might think I'm artificially bumping up the prices. So I'm not bidding on any of this. There's one or two in here that I'd really like to bid on, to be honest, but I'm on best behavior. But there is one, and we'll talk about it when we get to it, where I've already put a reserve in. But the next kit that's coming along is one of the kits I would have been bidding on if I was sat with you guys and not helping Peter out, because it's a really nice kit actually. And there's another couple that are quite interesting as well. But this, I think, is a great price that you're offering this one for. So I'm going to tell them what it is, Peter.
Yep, fire away.
Okay, it's the P-47D 25RE.
Right. Now, I've got a pre-bid on this as well, just to let you know. So I'll just go check that is okay. And it's somebody who's actually in the chat, actually. So, or he was in the chat. I don't know if he's still there. Just double checking the numbers.
So we'll treat that pre-bid as a reserve then, Peter, yeah?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Right, okay. So someone's got to beat that. But I'll tell you what the recommended retail price for the kit is. It's £36 normally. And we do have a start price of £27.99, but you're going to have to beat the reserve bid to get your hands on this kit. So it's a nice kit, but remember, it's also a donation to a couple of good charities.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, starting on the P-47 then, £27.99. What was I thinking of? That's crazy,
I know, you nutter.
But it's not really done any harm. So it's not. I just say it's not a stupid price, but it's a very good price. So let's call it 28 quid. Who'll give us 33 quid?
You've already got 40. You've already got 40.
Way ahead of me. It's Neem Humour again. It's Colin. Thanks for that. Oh, again, it can't be said to be a basic. No, it's a strange one. They call it a basic kit, and it isn't, is it? Let me grab it. Go on. Crazy description, really.
Yeah. Yeah, even the basic kit, it has a lot.
This is the one that's not sealed, so we can have a look at this without sort of upsetting anything. Comes with such detail throughout. It's quite incredible, actually. So things like the riveting detail and the panel lines is done. This camera can't do any justice, but it's really exquisite. It's got an absolute ton of bombs in it and drop tanks. And it comes, I said this during the preview show, and I said it does come with an engine, doesn't it? And this is what confused me, because it's a while since I've opened it, and it says basic. It's got an engine in it. It's not that basic, you know. Not as basic as Qatari.
Yeah, there's nothing basic about that kit. A lot of people consider that quite a complex build.
Yeah, it's got so many tanks that come with it, different drop tanks, really nice wheels.
So actually, if you don't think about the cost, but think about the build time, there's hours and hours and hours of build time involved in that. So it's tremendous value for money. Right, but we have a bid at £40. Who's going to try and improve on that?
Just get this box back together here. I'm finding it hard without my gloves on. Can't get the grip. There you go, folks. It's absolute beauty, that is. Two nice schemes it comes in. Whoops, it comes in two lovely schemes as well. Can't go wrong with that. Absolutely stunning kit.
So we've got a bid of 50.
£50 from Lee.
Thank you, Lee.
Oh, well, he's actually outbid my reserve price. So if Simon is there, I don't know if he's paying attention, but he's just been outbid. So this time the reserve's been breached. That's very generously. Thank you very much. All going to very good causes, of course. So that's absolutely fantastic, actually. I mean, I was surprised by the price of this kit. I thought it was quite low, you know, the retail, I mean. When I saw it, I thought it would be at least 50 quid.
Okay, 52.
52. Here's your man. He's striking back with full fury. He won't be defeated. Come on, Simon. 52. He wants it. Suits you, sir. Oh, nice kit that. Very nice. Got cartograph decals on the side like that. What's not to like there? So the decals just going to go on perfectly. You know they are. A real beaut.
55 from Lee.
Oh, bidding war has begun. As the Emperor said in Star Wars, good. Just what we wanted. Civil war in the galaxy. Well, that's very generous. Thanks a lot, Lee. It is a nice kit. It really is a nice kit. Jason's point's well made as well, because that's no weekend build, I can tell you.
57.
£57. So I'm just getting a message. It's okay, no problem. £57. Simon and Lee are in a bidding war. It's like watching Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker going at each other. This is great, isn't it? This is all good for the charities, you know.
Yeah.
£57 then. That's generous. That's good. Come on, Simon. Don't let me down. You know you want it, sir. Oh, suits you. You've got your name written all over it, sir. I almost wrote out the address label earlier. Come on now. You can do it.
So
lovely
Simon's winning at the moment at 57.
Well done, sir.
Just £2 more than Lee's bid.
Oh, this is proper bidding now. This is what we came out tonight for, you know. What we're all looking forward to. Proper bidding. Look at it. What's not to like? Eh?
Yeah.
Basic kit, my eye.
£60.
£60. My goodness, that's very good. That's really good. Thanks, Lee. Oh, this puts you in a dilemma, Simon, doesn't it? It's when it gets awkward now. You get to the sort of limit and thinking, but I don't want to be beaten. What are you going to do?
I think you should focus minds and start the countdown, Pete.
Yeah, I think I need to make them feel that they are up again.
£61.50.
Hang on a minute. This is when you get the car auctions and say, we're not doing that. How much? No, well, we'll take what it's all for charity, so we'll take whatever. We don't mind. Right, I'm gonna speed this up because the increments are getting smaller. Yeah. I mean, Lee can offer £200 and that would take it, you know, into the stratosphere, but that might not be realistic, you know. Right, so come on, folks. Simon is the original reserve price bidder as well. He's keen to have this. It's a very nice kit. £61.50. It still doesn't seem extortionate, does it, when you think what's in the box? And they're another one like ICM. They do pack it quite well as well. £61.50 then. So going once at £61.50. Now is the moment to speak. If Lee wants to retaliate and make that last desperate bid, I nearly said this earlier, I should have said at the beginning. Be careful with these as we get to the ones where there's several people wanting them. It's not like eBay where you can snipe at the last minute to get the actual bid. It won't work because of the latency that we've got. So speak now or forever hold your peace, Lee. Are you going to go for it? Nope. We're going to second call, penultimate call, £61.50. Going once, going twice. Going to sell the kit at £61.50 and sold to Simon. Well done, sir. Wanted it, didn't you, sir? Wanted it. Fair enough. He wanted that from the very beginning. So that's excellent. I'm going to put that over there. It's quite safe. There we go. Beautiful. Well done. That's absolutely fantastic. Sold. I've got the sold sign up the whole time now. I'm not doing this very well, am I? It would have been better if I wasn't the one saying sold and hitting the sold. I'm trying to do two things at once.
Okay, so just for information, Peter, we've got 103 people watching at this moment in time.
Really?
So potential bidders. What I'd say is, if you're watching and not sure how to get in the bidding, you need to click the little button that takes you to the live chat. And when you're in the live chat, you'll be able to put your bids in.
I just got a message popped up from Lee. Not sure it's the same, Lee, because it just didn't stay on the screen long enough. Asking about the JU-88. Is it still in the bidding over my shoulder? Yes, it is. We haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
No problem. Lee Smith, this is. Lee Smith. Just joined the auction. Not sure if it's still there. And he's putting a reserve price on it. Okay, fine. That's good. Yeah. My wife I've just had an email from my wife saying, for God's sake, speed up and remember to keep changing your on-screen banner. She's right, of course. She is right. Right. Okay. So we'll move that off. And we'll just go back to I'm gonna delete that. I don't overcommit yourself now. I want people to really commit themselves. I want the car keys and the house keys, to be honest.
Right then, let's get on with the next one. This is another one that I would be bidding on. I really fancy this kit. So it's the Confession Chapel and paint set with it. So recommended retail price is £60. And Peter has said, let's start the bidding at $49.99.
So here it is. Now, this one is important to note. This is a factory sealed kit that I've never opened at all, because I've already done the review of the components separately, and then they've done it as a complete unified diorama set. So we've got that, and we've got on top of it the British infantry, the acrylic set that goes with it, so you can paint up your soldiers and other soldiers indeed as well, but this is the same colours as these guys are anyway, so that's why I've combined them together. Absolutely factory mint, and it's a beautiful vehicle. They've done this really well. It's a bit like the Monty's Caravan. They're two similar kits in some respects, in the concept anyway. And you've got this slightly strange padre who looks like he's had a bit too much communion wine, and you've got these very serious looking soldiers. You've got the altar, harmonium. Somebody said I sort of called it an organ, and I got pulled up on this. It's a harmonium apparently, which is like the little piano thing, and it's got everything. It's got the it's got a chalice, it's got candles, Holy Bible, everything is there. It's really, really good the way they've done it. Very fine moulding, and it's a lovely kit. Lovely kit.
And we've got an opening bid of £70.
Wow. Okay, that's really, really good. I don't think we've got any pre-bids on this one, so this one is clear. So that is the leading bid then from Dominic. Well done, Dom. I shall pop it there for a second. I'll just show the sign, which I didn't show you, sorry. So here you go. Here's all your figures. You've got the guy who's kneeling, who's praying, being blessed. Chap who's waiting in line. There's a chap who has the little, forgive my lack of religious knowledge, but he has I think it's the wafers on the plate. Obviously, there's the padre giving the blessing, and then your harmonium guy who's playing the instrument, and then the vehicle, which is a really good one. So £70 then. Any further offer on £70? To be honest, that is
75.
75. Thanks, Doug. Dom's come straight back with 80 quid.
80, nice.
Yeah. I was going to say it's probably worth more than 70, in fairness.
Got a nice little diorama in a box there.
Yeah. Now, this is actually the one where I made a mistake, because I think I forgot to include the price of in a good way. I just forgot to include the value of the paint. So anyway, we're good now.
85.
85, that's a good price. Thank you very much, Doug. Yeah, you won't regret it. If you've seen my review of it, I had no expectations of it, and everything about it was well done. You know, it was really, the figures were good, the vehicle was nice. Very, very good. Whether they actually had a service quite that impromptu right at the back of the vehicle, I'm not sure, but there you go. That's combat, I suppose. It's even got Spitfires in the artwork. What more could you want? Yeah.
So we're £85 is the current bid.
Any advance on 85 then? Good price. Good price. Not crazy price. That's quite a nice price. Yeah. Remember, we're trying to raise as much as we can for charities. You know, we're trying to do as much as we squeeze as much as we can out of every one of them, really, for obvious reasons. A wing and a prayer. Very good, that. Good joke.
Okay. That's the name of the diorama when you've finished it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Are we getting the gavel out?
I think we are. Gavel's ready. Any further advance on £85? Come on, you know, I think you might be able to squeeze a bit more out of this. It's a beautiful kit. Fantastic figures. It's all there. Nice decals as well. Yeah, something that's worth looking at. Any further advance? I'm going to sell the kit. Going once, £85. Any further advance on 85? Going twice, £85. Going 3 times and sold for £85 to Doug.
Brilliant.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
Okay. Oh, the next kit coming up is probably in my top 3 favorite of tonight's. So we've got Monty's office and a paint set to go with it, and it's a lovely kit if you watch Peter's review of it. So the recommended retail price for this is £70, and the start bid is £50. So I mean, it's a lovely kit. Peter, just give them a quick look at it. People are wanting to get bidding on it.
Full interior set on this. It's got everything. And on the paint set that comes with it, they even tell you what colour to paint Monty's loo ceiling. I kid you not. I did a double take, and it's like the bathroom ceiling should be 1028 when you're painting the ceiling. So that's the full acrylic paint set that comes with it. It shows it in the desert colours, but it's actually a paint set for all versions, including the European, the dark green, you know. So don't be misled by that. And as you can see from the overhead, it shows you, directs you to paint all the different parts of his actual office, as they show there.
So we're at £85.
Yeah, it's an absolute good. 3 different options, and all you need... If you go and get the old Monty's figures with Brooke and Horrocks, wasn't it? You got the ultimate diorama. You can replicate, and this is the important part, you can replicate the Matchbox diorama with this.
Yeah. I'm going to build the Matchbox diorama soon, but I want this anyway. £100. That's our highest bid tonight on anything.
You should be buying this one, Jason, not building the Matchbox one. That's a beauty there.
Don't worry, it's a Revell version.
Oh, it's okay. Fill your boots. I don't care about them.
Okay, David Mummery, £100. That's a great bid. Can anyone top it? Or what is a really, really nice kit? I've got a cat visiting me.
Oh,
that's because I've got the lights on and the blind up.
My cat normally is her room, and she won't come anywhere near because she's convinced that you're in the room. She can hear your voice. Frightens her. Yeah. So I've got my nodding Churchill dog. You know?
Right, £100. Anyone gonna beat £100?
Come on, folks! It's a fantastic kit. It's got a lot in it as well. It's like they packed a whole amount into a fairly small box. It's amazing. Nothing, no sound whatsoever. It's solid, full of plastic. Really nice kit.
Right. Any more
Monty's
bids?
Caravan there. Any more bids? I think it's gavel time. Yeah. So, going once at £100. Going once. Going twice. Going to sell the kit for £100. Sold to David Mummery for £100. Thanks a lot, David. Yeah, you'll like that. It's an absolute corker. He loves his military vehicles from World War II, doesn't he?
Can I suggest we have a 2 or 3 minute intermission, catch up with the chat, because I could do with going to powder my nose.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. I need to catch up with everybody, don't I?
I'll be back in a moment.
That's what Arnie said. That's a bit worrying. Anyway, thank you all very much for being so generous with your bids. Really appreciate that. We'll get Jason to give us another total. We must be up to, I don't know, £300 or £400, I would think now. Brian, speed things up, please. We won't finish before midnight. Well, I think you'd be surprised. I'm getting through them fairly quickly now, actually. Where are we at? Well, we're more than halfway through. Got to try and maximise. It's a difficult balance, You've got to try and maximise the value of the items. You don't want to do it too quickly. And especially that'll get especially true now as we get through these ones that are very desirable. Okay. What's Trevor saying here? He's saying, great kit, but inside colours, wrong side, should be wood grain. Wrong side, should be wood grain. Okay. Simon's got it in his collection. Well done, David. Yeah, good bidding, David. Thanks very much, mate. Yes, of course, his granddad was in the Desert Rats. Yeah. I think that's ICM's best kit of the year so far, actually, if I'm honest. It's really good, really nice one. Okay, so I think David's going the same route as Bobby G. They're just chatting there. Obviously, you're going to be saving on the postage. Well, David will be patient. He probably won't want to pay the postage. He might want me to just hand it to him next time I see him, probably. Choice is yours. Choice is yours. So, I'm getting the feeling that there's a lot of people ready now for these really, the quite impressive kits that are coming up next. So, and this is the next one that's quite pertinent, one that Jason's very interested in. Where is it? There it is. 1 second. Oh. Yes. Yeah. Jason's got a personal interest in the next one, you'll see. Of course, this Monty's Caravan is at IW Imperial War Museum in Duxford, wasn't it? And they're moving it, aren't they? They're in the process of moving it. Looking very summery today. I'm looking very summery today. Do you mean I look a bit red? Yeah. Doesn't take much sun to make me go red, I'll tell you. It's not been very summery here. Well, it wasn't until about Friday, and then it went right off. Saturday onwards, it's been horrible, to be honest. It's been freezing cold. Not very nice at all. Typical bank holiday weekend, really, to be honest. Now, remember, I've got to breach £1,000 or I don't get any champagne. I'm running out of anything to drink. So bear with me, because this is very important for me. It's the only thing I'm going to get out of this auction is the champagne, if I can just hit that target. Which won't be as difficult as you think. We'll explain more in a moment. Sorry, just get messages on the screen. So, yeah, my personal reward for doing this is champagne, but I've got to get to £1,000. So, Jason, before we go any further, he's going to tell us where we're at with the scores on the doors.
Okay, so far, we are at £460.50.
Right. And we've got £150 already in donations, and we may have more actually. So that's £600. So I've actually already beaten my original target, not for champagne, but my original target was to get £600. So that's really good. So let's keep going. So Jason, over to you.
Okay, so right, this one has a reserve on it. I'm not even going to pronounce that. It's the German field kitchen.
The Goulash Canon.
Yeah. So the recommended retail price is £37. The start price, I've not actually written it down, Peter. So have you got it in front of you?
The Goulash Canon. Well, I just wrote what you'd offered.
Right. Okay. Price. So this kit I previously offered £100 for. So if you want this, we're putting it in the bid, but I've already put £100 on it, and I don't intend to lose. But by all means, give me a run for my money.
He's using David Mummery tactics, isn't he? Pretty much.
So you need to be besting £100.
Now, remember what's in here. We've got the actual, obviously, the vehicle, which is a really nice one. You've got the actual field kitchen itself. You see, it's strange the way they depicted it. He's working on it on the back of the truck, which I doubt they did. But anyway, he's pouring water into it there. But then you've got, obviously, the cook, because I laughingly call him Swedish chef. And you've got the guy sitting down peeling potatoes and the chap chopping wood. But when you get in close in the kit, you've got the cook's knives. You've got he's got some versed sausages he's working on, and I think there was when he was peeling the potatoes, you can see the grain of the potatoes and onions. I think he had as well. Absolutely fantastic, really nice kit. Everything you see that's in that photo, apart from these tents in the background, everything else is included. So you get all the pails and the jerry cans, etc., etc. It's Jason is being obviously very generous with us here. But it's a beautiful kit, way beyond its actual retail price. This was one of my top 10 kits of the year last year, and that's how much I was impressed by it. It's a really good one. Nicely molded, new tool. Oh, most of it is. The figures are new tool. I think the goulash can, the field kitchen itself is new. I think it's just the vehicle that wasn't. It's a cracker. £100. Anybody best me? Now, Simon's saying £95, but we're already at 100 with Jason, Simon, so you just got to try a little bit harder. This is a dilemma. Jason's thinking, not sure now. Ooh.
Yeah. It's the only kit I'm bidding on tonight. And actually, I really wanted to build the vehicle, so when I saw it as with all the figures, and you've got a diorama, it becomes greater than its sum of its parts, doesn't it?
Literally, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Very animated, they're doing very ordinary things, which I think makes it really work.
Yeah.
But the chef is funny because he's quite a big chap, and he has all these sausages that he has hanging up as well. It's very funny, really. Sorry, this is factory sealed. It's never been opened because I'd already done the review a bit like the other one. I'd already done the review separately of the components when they were a figure set and a vehicle. So this has never been opened by anybody, including me. It's straight from the factory, that one. Any further offer above Jason's £100 then? I think that Simon is close, very close. He's debating it. He's thinking, do I want to lose it for a £5? Will Jason strike back, though, if you do outbid him? I wonder. Look at him, poker face. Look at that, incredible.
Well, I must say, this is coming out of... This is coming. If I do win this is coming out of my personal money, not the channel's money, because this is a different thing.
Okay.
So
right, I'm going to call it then. I'm going to wind this one down. So it's £100 that Jason has pre-bid. So you've got it's now or never. So do you want to go for it or not? It's a brand new kit. It's never been opened. Straight from ICM factory. That one going once at £100. Yeah. Going twice. Last chance to beat him. Going 3 times. Sold to Jason at £100. Thank you very much. That's absolutely fantastic. Cheers.
Woohoo.
Really nice. You'll have fun making that.
Yeah, looking forward to that on the channel at some point in the future.
So that must put us up to about £750 then, doesn't it?
760 and 50 pence.
Wow.
Getting close to that champagne, Peter. Let's get going. Oh, now this one's going to be an interesting one because a lot of people are going to love this kit. It's the Bristol Beaufort.
There it is.
Bristol Beaufort. And the retail price for this is £60. And we're opening bids at £47.99.
Very reasonable price. Got a blooming great torpedo. Got 3 options. Southeast RAF, Southeast Asia camo. Doesn't say where it was based. I think it was in Australia or somewhere out that way. And then, sorry, you got the tactical training unit or the operational training unit. Coastal Command, obviously. Very, very nice. Beautiful new tool last year. Was it last year? Was it 23?
We've already got some bids in, so we're up to 70.
John Christmas, right, John?
75.
Excellent. Absolutely fantastic. Anything else I should show you on it? It's got 240 parts. Coastal Command aircraft, World War II. Highly accurate. And don't forget, it's got some beautiful, beautiful clear parts. But remember, probably need a mask set. Just remember that. You need to buy yourself a mask set. Because there's a lot of glass work there. Yeah. Quite a few windows to worry about.
Yeah, plus the turret at the back, so quite a bit of glass work. I made masks when I did the Airfix version, and it took forever. So if you can get masks, get masks.
They do have a template in there, so you can make your own if you wish to.
Oh, that's handy then.
You know, if you don't want to spend, what is it, £9 or something. Anyway, John Christmas is leaving £70.
No, Ian E at £75.
Oh, right. Yeah, they've actually bid at the same time, haven't they? Okay.
Yeah.
It's £75 E&E. Sorry, Ian, we didn't catch that. This is the danger. You look down and you assume the last one is the higher price. And if they both clicked at the same time, this is the latency problem we sometimes have. Okay. £75 then. That's a reasonable price for it. Generous. You know, we're trying to raise money for the charity. It's a beautiful kit, though. It really is nice, that one. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I've heard that comment. Shouldn't be having comments during the bidding, but yeah, I've heard that comment before about a few of the ICM masks templates can be a little bit out.
There's nobody else bidding, Pete. So if you want to get your gavel out, see if we can focus some minds.
Right. Okay. We'll move that along. Sorry, I'm just looking at somebody's just asking me about the chap who's just won the confessions one. Doug. Don't worry, Doug. I'll reply to you later. Just give me a little 5 minutes to just get back into the auction. Right. It's got a slight technical issue here. Just bear with me.
Yeah.
That's it. Right. Okay. So where are we? £75. Any advance on £75? 75 going once. £75. Beautiful kit, really nice, fantastic artwork, etc., etc. Nice decals. Going twice, £75. Last chance. I'm going to sell the kit, £75. Sold to Ian E, £75. Thanks very much, Ian.
Okay. So just a reminder, while we've got the bids running, if you can just keep off the chat that's anything other than a bid, because it bumps the chat up and it's difficult for me to track it. But you're free to talk after we're bidding, like right now. And at the end of all of this bidding, Peter will go through how to contact him and so on and so forth, so that you can arrange getting hold of these kits.
No problem at all. If you look at the beginning of the chat, I don't know if it's still there. It should show pinned. The first message should actually give you my email address, which is how you contact me. But Doug has just done that, so he's just asking how can I pay for it. Blah blah. Don't worry, Doug. I'll sort that out at the end for you. Basically, we're doing it through PayPal. You know. Right then, time for a quick breather and a drink. I think. So where are we at now? Another £75. When will it be champagne time? This is what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, let's see. You're at £635.50 currently. So you're over the halfway mark, but you've got your more expensive kits coming up now. You know, your bigger, more valuable kits coming up now. So this is going to be interesting.
Sorry, is that the amount for the kits that you've got in front of you? Yeah.
Yeah. So the amount, that's the sum. £635.50 is the sum of all the best bids so far.
Right. So we've got £785 we've got in total that we've raised then, because we've got another 155. So
yeah.
So it's looking good. It's looking good. Now we're going to get into the really serious stuff. So over to you.
Okay. So our next lot is the Hanamag half track, which has a retail price of £36. I'm guessing it's 135, Peter.
It is indeed, yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll explain that. 35th scale. It's just the sort of classic Hanamag. And it's got 4 options. You've got North Africa, Africa Core, and these guys do proper Africa Core insignia, if you know what I mean. You've got the Eastern Front. Which one is it? Eastern Front, Late 41, Romania 41, or the Balkans 41. So you've got lots of options. And you can mix and match this with all sorts of other military vehicles, of course. And it'll look absolutely great, you know.
So you've already had a pre-bid on this, which takes it above the RRP. So we're looking for bids above £40 for this one.
Indeed. We have somebody bidding on this already that is, in fact, he's bought a couple of items already.
Okay, we've got 50.
Excellent. Thanks very much for that. Show it again. Very nice kit, this. Yeah, it's got some rifles in it and all that kind of stuff. I think the KIR 95s. Obviously, it's got the MG34 machine gun. Quite a detailed interior. And it has an engine as well. Well done, Lee. Where is our original bibber? Oh, he's there. A bidding war has begun, I can see. This is good. This is good news. Good news for the charities.
I want to see that, guys. Win something tonight. Come on, Dom. You've got to win one of these.
Come on. Don't let it go. Don't live your life in regret for a fiver, you know.
Okay, 60.
Oh, you mean business, not messing about.
Two bids at 65 at the exact same moment.
Oh.
6. Oh no, it's under.
Oh no, you're too late.
70.
Oh, I can't keep up with this. It's making my head explode. It's a nice kit, though. It's a nice Hanomag, that one.
72.
72. Bobby wants this.
Come on, don't let it slip out of your fingers, guys.
Oh, you can't let it go. Yeah.
Okay, so best bid is £72 from Bobby G.
It's a beauty. Look at that.
£75. Thank you, Dom.
Well done, Dom. Is Bobby going to strike back? Is Lee waiting to pounce? This is getting quite dramatic now.
I think this has been the most popular kit of the night, actually.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, and it's going up in sort of sensible increments that you'd expect as well, you know.
Okay, we're holding at 75. I'm typing Dom's name in.
Yeah, it's heading to Dom. Bobby. Lee. It's slipping away. Don't lose it for a couple of pounds. Come on, guys. Yeah. You could offer £150 and take it out of their reach. Yeah. But that would be unfair of me. I'm warming up for the ones at the end, you know. I'm going a bit OTT. Okay. Come on, then. 77. He really wants this. He means business, does Bobby. Tell you that.
He just wants me to be typing again.
He's trying to get you working.
77.
Right, I'm just doing two things at once here. Just bear with me a second.
Okay. That gives you a moment to think about how badly you really want this, doesn't it?
Is it going to Bobby or is it going to Dom?
It's gone
price
very quiet on the front.
So it's basically now at a price that is pretty much double its retail price on the shelf, which is very generous of you all to bid it up to that. So we do appreciate that. I'm going to call time on that one then. I think we're going to...
I think so. I think so. Don't worry, Dom. There's some nice kits coming.
Just bear with me 1 second. Just got one more thing to try and execute. There we go. Here we are. Gavels up. Last chance, folks. Drinking in the last chance saloon. Who's going to be the victor? It's going to be Bobby G. Going once, £77. Going twice. Sold to Bobby G at £77. He really wanted that kit. He told me he wanted it. I knew he was going to go for that. Well done, sir. Thank you very much. Well played.
Right.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
What's the total running now then, Jason?
Okay, so we're at £712.50 plus your additional.
So that's 863 quid. That champagne is close.
I hope it's on
Right.
ice.
It's just one moment. I may have somebody wanted to talk to me. I'm not there yet. Oh, I've been allowed to have it early because she knows I'm going to breach the dam.
Wow.
Like Guy Gibson, so I'm a bit cheeky there. Cheers, everybody. Hope you'll forgive me. Indulge you.
It's all going to go downhill from here now as Peter drinks more champagne.
Oh, it's not my usual brand. It's Mum champagne. I usually have Tattinger. Oh, anyway. Right, moving swiftly on. My champagne snobbery. Over to you, Jace.
Right, okay. This is a kit I think a lot of people will like, and I did a review of it, and I really liked the kit. So this is the Black Hawk Down kit. So a very recent ICM, back of 2024 tooling. And you've got all the markings for the Black Hawk Down version. And the retail price for this is £54. And Brian's got in there before we've even started. And the opening bid is £44 is what we want for it. But we've already got a bid of £70.
Oh, and you can depict both of the helicopters that went down in Mogadishu, as well as the rest of the team. So it's Super 61 and the Super 64 Venom, I think, was the other one. So Super 61 is Thunderstruck.
75.
This has only just arrived last week. It's straight out on the market. Well done, Steve. Thanks, John. Brian, all bidding well here. It's a nice one, this, though. And there is a set of crew coming in the next few months that will go perfectly in this. And you'll be able to create a diorama maybe with that as well. And what I forgot to say was, this is the fourth or the fifth version of the... But it's got two options. It's actually got the... If you look at the first two, one's got the radome there and one hasn't. So there's actually two versions within the kit anyway. So there's a lot of kit there. A lot of kit. Very, very nice version. The best one, I think, so far.
Okay. Yeah, it was a nice kit when I reviewed it. Right, £75 from Stephen is the best bid currently.
Come on, Black Hawk Down. You've seen the movie, Ewan McGregor, Jason Isaacs, Josh Hartnett. Who else was in it? Tom Hardy, Tom Sizemore. Somebody else I'm forgetting. Big, fantastic film. Absolutely epic. Come on, guys. It's just brilliant. I'm sure I'm missing something. Bonus. I forgot. I knew something I'm missing. It's the US Special Forces paint set that goes with it. Now, suddenly your £75 doesn't seem enough. Got to be harder. Come on, guys. So you've got the paint set. You can use this for a whole range of aircraft and the Black Hawk, because it's got, like any of the US operations, it's rubber black, basically, that most of the aircraft is. But it's got paints for the interior as well. So you're getting a duo set there. Come on. What's not to like? Absolutely fantastic. Suddenly, your bidding is too low.
So best bid is £77 at the moment from John.
I've just given you more. Give me more. Not me, but you know what I mean. Not me personally, obviously. This is my reward. Look, that's all I'm getting out of the auction, but I'm not complaining. Very nice. I'm actually growing on this.
Okay.
Come on then. I'm giving you an extra. Give me some extra. Give us a bit more.
Can we keep
what Geldof said? Geldof said, give us your money. Give us all the money now. Come on.
Can we keep the chat just to the bidding for a minute, please?
Yeah, I think we've got we just popped in.
Seems to be holding at 77. I don't know if anyone's got a need to get hold of this lovely kit.
Come on, you've got extra paints. Do I take the paints away? Do I withhold them? I can be mean, you know. Come on, guys. You want the paint set as well, of course you do. Jason can personally vouch for the paints. He's used quite a lot of them.
Yeah. Guys, can I ask you not to chat while we're bidding, because it means the bids go off the screen for me. Please. Thank you.
Come on then, chaps. Give us a bid. £77. Is that the best we can really do? Do I take the... I'll just take it away now. £77 seems a better deal for the... Think of the charities. Seriously, though. Come on, guys. Bid a bit higher. I expected this to go for a bit more than that, if I'm honest. Especially with this on top. Come on. Come on. Surely you can reach a little bit deeper into your pockets. Just consult your consciences. Come on now. Are we not going to get any more than £77? Do I have to take the paints away that I've offered as a bonus incentive? Come on. We can do better. How about £80? Come on, another £3. You're getting £10 of the free paints here. I'm doing my best to hype it up, Jason. It's not really working.
Well, if you've not got helicopter builders, you've not got helicopter builders. We've done well on all the others.
Well, Black Hawk Down is going down. A bit too low. Come on. This is the genuine article. Black Hawk Down. Last call for Black Hawk Down at £77. I'm going to sell the kit then at £77. Going once, £77. Going twice, £77. I'm going to sell the kit at £77. Sold.
Done.
John Christmas, well done.
Thank you, John. Okay, you can all chat again now. Right.
I was going to say, John Christmas. We didn't feel like Christmas.
Sorry, we'd closed the bid. Sorry, James. We'd closed the bid before we saw that.
We got to do it when it's...
As much as we'd like to take your money, save it for the next one.
Right, I'll put that over there.
So let's have a look. What's the next lot? Right. Dom has bid on several things. I suspect he might bid on this. So this is the Wehrmacht anti-aircraft gun set. And the recommended retail price for this is £80. And we've got a starting price of £65 for this.
This set is a totally sealed from the factory. It's never been opened by me because I've reviewed them separately previously. So this is a diorama set, which is why it's called DS. And it's completely factory fresh. So it's never been unsealed. Never been anywhere near it, even with my gloves on, as you can see, still sealed. Absolutely gorgeous. And it comes with some pretty... There's a lot of plastic in this box. So you've got a total of 254 parts in one. I think we worked this out. I think it was 900 parts in total across the three kits, which is a lot of kit for the money. And it's heavy. It's quite heavy. So you've got this, the flak, what do we call it? Oh, I'm getting into trouble here. Basically, the flak half track with the full-on flak gun on it, which is a flak 38. But it's got these drop-down sides. Really good, actually. It has the sides. You can have them drop down or you can have them up as if it's in motion, or drop down like it's been used in a gun emplacement temporarily. And then you've got these two mobile ones, which are sort of used anti-aircraft on the fly, so to speak. I mean, it includes all the ammunition boxes, rangefinders, etc., machine guns. You can elevate them at different angles. Absolutely fantastic. A superb set, that.
Awesome. That.
And this has just come out as well in the last 2 weeks, yeah?
So we're asking a minimum of £65 for this. I mean, I think that's a bargain. £80 recommended price. Let's have a bid. Anything above 65.
Oh, Bobby took it at 60. Yeah. It's a lot of kit.
We're at 80, highest bid.
Yeah, we're getting this latency problem where it's quite hard to follow. I feel sorry for you now, Jason, because this is becoming quite challenging, isn't it?
85.
I have to do this and go up and down.
90.
Oh, that's more like it. That's a sensible price, reasonable price, you know. It's worth that. It is worth it. I say, factory sealed, hasn't been reviewed by me. £100. Thanks, David. That's a good price. Yeah. It's straight from the factory, mint fresh, not been touched by anybody, me included. Absolutely stunning. And they've got some really nice, I think it's got link and length tracks, if I remember, on this one. Hasn't got any silly rubber bands on the one that's the half track. It's got link and length, and they're really accurately done as well. It's a super kit. Beautiful. Any offer, any advance on £100? It's not unreasonable. Generous, but not unreasonable. We're trying to raise money for some animals and some people that are really needing the funds, frankly. Sorry, I'm seeing the out-of-date YouTube images. It's very strange. Looking into the past a minute ago, isn't it? Any offer beyond 100? Chuck the ICM paints back in the auction.
That's for the Black Hawk paints.
Oh, all right then, John. That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. We'll do that as a 20th item. We'll perhaps interject that next. That's very good.
105.
Thanks, 105 from Bobby G. Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, it's a nice set. It's one of those kits that when you actually get it, when I did them separately, the review took forever because there's so many parts, you know? It's crazy. And they've got every details in there, the whole thing, proper scale model. Beautiful. And, you know, you can split that up and put it into different dioramas as well. It doesn't have to be one kit. Regard it as three.
Yeah.
You know? Any advance on 105? Because I think that's a good price. 108.
108.
Wow. Oh, bidding war now. Bidding war. Don't lose it for £3, guys. It's a nice set, that is. It really is good. Any more offers? Anybody give us 110? £2. I'm asking you £2 more. You won't regret it. The thing you'll notice, biggest problem you'll have with this when you actually open it is it's so well packed again. Literally no sound. It's like a 110. Well done, Bobby. It's like a jack in the box. You'll never get it back in the box. 110? Any offers? Any advance on 110 then? Gavel's coming up. I think that's a reasonable price. That's good. Any more offers? Gonna call it, I think. Going once at 110. Last chance, £110. Going twice, £110. 3 times. Sold, Bobby G. It's postage per item is going to be like 50p the way he's going, isn't it?
I think that's the plan. I actually need someone to bid with a 50p on the end, so we have a round figure.
Right. What are we up to now, then, would you say?
So we are at £899.50.
I've breached zero barrier because that means we've actually got £1,000. So what did you say? £899, did you say?
£899.50. So I'd appreciate it if someone put a 50p on the end of the bid so we can round the figure up.
So I reckon we've got about £1,053, in fact, already. £1,053. You know what that means? It means cheers, everybody. And seriously, thank you. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I mean, that's nice. You know, we're going to get to a stage where probably when I go to those charities, I'll have £1,000 probably just for the civilian charity alone. It's quite a good donation, that, isn't it? And I shall, you know, mention all my subscribers and your help, Jason. Fantastic. Thank you.
It will, it'll be worth the overtime, Bobby. Some nice kits there. Right then, shall we move on? We've got, if you're going to put the paint set in,
yes,
we've got 5.
Use this. So this is ideal for your, sorry to interrupt you. If you've got the, what was it called, NACOM Phanom set or the US Vietnam Air Base set, all the Vietnam sets, this is perfect for them because they often use these for the special operations in Vietnam, as you can see. Absolutely fantastic.
Are you someone's bid on it, so let's sell that one now, and then we'll go back to the running list.
Can we see if there's any further? Can we squeeze any more? You're just after the 50p. That's why you're saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got 912 quid. That's what you're thinking. Any advance on that? Because it is a nice set, and you can use it with quite a lot of different kits. Any of these Vietnam era ones that ICM did. Okay.
1550.
I was just about to say thanks, Gary, and Declan's come in with 1550. It's a nice set, and it's never been opened again. It's this has actually just come through this month, so this has actually been in my possession less than a week. I think it came through on Tuesday, so there you go. Any offer? Any advance on 1550? That's a good price. David,
1750.
Thank you, David. That's a good offer. My camera's up too much here, but it can be used on a wide variety. Any of these night intruder operations, use it on your Bronco. Got the Bronco as well. Or your, what else can you use it on? The Cobra, I think, maybe. So just because I didn't explain it, it's got deep green, US dark green, extra dark green, because it's got evergreen under the sun, tan earth, rubber black, and sky grey. That as a combo, as a Southeast Asia thing, especially, you can use it on a lot of kits, actually. There they are.
£20.50. Thank you, Lee.
That's very good of Lee. Thank you very much. There you go. Just want to focus, wasn't it? Don't think my IMAX camera is going to win any awards, to be honest. Any more offers, guys? We'll call it. I think we'll think about calling it. So, going once, £20.50. Any advance on £20.50? Use it on your Vietnam sets or anything similar to that. Go once, going twice, £20.50. I'm going to sell the paints, £20.50. Sold to Lee, £20.50. Thanks, Lee.
Brilliant. And thank you for the 50p. Appreciated.
We needed that.
Right. Let's get back to the main business, shall we? The next kit, I think, might be one of your busiest. So this is the JU-88. And the recommended retail price on this is £62. And Peter is offering it from a starting price of £47.50. Why have you put a 50p on, Peter? That's messing everything up. £47.50 opening bid.
Oh, dear. Well, it's funny. I've had a lot of people asking about this. Somebody asked me about it during the week and said, "Is the JU-88 in the sale?" And he didn't say which one because, of course, there was the Tank Buster, and I thought he meant that. And I gave that to somebody last year. I said, "No, I gave that to somebody last year." And then I realised, and I wrote back to him and said, "Yes, it is in there. It definitely is." Yeah. Now this has got the most incredible schemes. These two British or American scheme captured, especially the American one. I can imagine people like David Mummery are having a heart attack because he's done some of these Italian type schemes and they can be very challenging, I tell you. Anyway, the kit is 271 parts and there are two versions. Does it say that on the side? Yeah, it's the A5 or the A4, two versions. And it's really got some beautiful decals as well. They're really nice in this. Big and bright and something completely unusual.
So while you were talking, we've crept up to £80 on the bids.
That's excellent. Thank you very much indeed.
I'd like to personally thank Ian E for getting rid of the bid with 25p on it, Brian.
Brian,
really. No good. Right, so we're at £80, guys, for a kit that usually retails at £62. But that's a lovely. I love the paint scheme on that. I love the American Yellow Wings aircraft. I think they're really quite special.
Yep.
81.
£81. Fantastic. Yeah, they sort of painted it in almost coastal command colours. I don't know why in the British one. Then they got yellow underneath because it's classed as a prototype, isn't it? I suppose as a foreign aircraft. You're going to have to be on your A game with your airbrush. That's all I want to warn you about. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Any advance on 81 then? I'm sure we can get a little bit higher with this. Quite a few people were interested. I had a gentleman just emailing me. Well, this is one of the reasons I've been turning away and emailing. Somebody was actually saying, I've come in late. Have I missed the JU88? You haven't missed it. Here it is. So I hope he's not gone for a cup of coffee.
85.
Oh, I know who that is. That's one of my friends. Sort of. A gentleman who likes to make forbidden things. He's a great sport, Neil. That's a great offer, Neil. Thank you very much. It's a nice kit, this. It is a nice kit.
There is only 3 lots after this, and only 2 of them are aircraft. So now's your time. Grab a good kit.
And we've had at least 3-4 people. Oh, 85.50. Come on, Lee. Oh, come on, really? He's just doing that to upset you. I'm not sure we should accept that. I think he ought to pay forfeit and pay at least 90 now.
Okay, so £85.50.
It's a beauty. Look at that, flying over the Italian islands. Oh, amazing. Not sure you want to fly that anywhere near a war zone, though, because it's like a flying target, isn't it?
90.25.
What's this 25p stuff?
Oh, they're just trying to wind me up now. I'm just pretending to ignore them. Every penny counts. It's all appreciated.
Yep. Well, that 25p, that could be the difference between somebody being able to afford a bottle of water or not. I don't know. Yeah, think of it like that, guys. We're all laughing and everything. Here's me supping champagne, but there's some people that we're trying to help, and they are into champagne.
For the sakes of another 75p, you could take it off creative time wasting and round my number up. I think it's gavel time, Pete.
Just 1 second, because they just reminded me of something. I just need to check from somebody else that. Okay, so it's fine. Yeah, is it going to be coming toward the gavel then? Come on,
I think so.
I think we ought to have a sensible number at least, not ending in 25 pence. Yeah, come on. You know you want it. It's an absolute beauty. Yeah, fantastic colours. Beautifully packaged, absolutely incredible. Any further offers then? Come on, £90.25. Is that really going to go for £90.25p? Come on,
91.
Thank you, Neil. He's removing his own shame there, isn't he? Really? Any further offers beyond 91 then? Come on, I was thinking 95 for this. Yeah, think of those poor doggies and little pussycats that need your help. It really hurt, and at the price of half a pint of beer, you could push it up to 94, 95 pounds, couldn't you? Yeah. Price of a glass of champagne would push it up to 100 pounds. No further offers. All right, then I'm going to call it last chance. Then it's an absolute beauty. It's all for incredibly good causes. Genuinely so. Come on. Any more? Going once at £91. Going twice, £91. Sold. So the man that likes to build Matchbox original kits, £91.
Good man.
Well done, you, sir. Thanks a lot, Neil. Right.
Brilliant. So, this is going to be an interesting one, Pete. So the next up is the Marauder.
Yes.
So starting at £67 retail price, and we're asking for $49.99 as an opening bid. I think Peter's going to show you this. He said he wasn't going to show everyone the kits, but he has done. Come on, Pete. This is a special one, so let's have a look at it.
Right. So it's the Marauder G, not the B, like it says on the instructions. It's quite strange. When you open the instructions, there's a misprint, and it says the title says Marauder B, And I noticed this when I was doing the instructions readout, the history. And then it then goes on to say that it is indeed the G. Anyway, but this is available in 3 schemes. It's got the French scheme in France. Then you've got the American scheme, autumn of 44, and is it 40? I'll read it now. Is it 45? 44. 495th bomber squadron. So you've basically got the camo scheme, the metallized scheme, or the French scheme, and it's a really beautiful kit. We all know that this is ICM's best kit last year. It was my kit of the year. We've had, I think this is the fourth version. The 4th iteration of it. It's absolutely superb. What's special about it? Well, the detailing, the quality, there's no flash. People are telling me it goes together really nicely. And best of all, it's got probably the best clear parts you'll probably see anywhere at the moment. All down to a young man who polishes the tool for the clear parts with a bamboo stick, allegedly. It's not allegedly, I was told by the manufacturer face to face. So that's how they get this incredible, especially on the nose, the things like the nose dome and the greenhouse and the curvatures on the cockpit. It's perfection, really. It's better than Tamiya, I'd say. Anyway, the real story here is we do have a reserve price on this from a gentleman who isn't a million miles away from where I am, and he's quite keen on it. He's very keen on it. Anyway, over to Jason.
So our current best bid from Paul is £77. I'm interested, Peter. That box is pretty huge. Just give it a little rattle for me. Is it packed?
It's pretty packed. Yeah, there's no room in it at all. It's 2 bags, I think, if I remember correctly. This is the one where I opened the box just to show people, because I didn't want to open it because of the auction. I didn't want to open the bags and show people a kit we'd seen previously, but I just got out the decals so that people can see that they were very different from what we'd had before.
So we're at £80 now.
£80. That's very, very generous. Not generous enough, I don't think. The gentleman who offered on this, he's very serious. He definitely wants it. I just want to tell you that. It's in that respect, it's probably the most unusual one that we have on sale tonight. Somebody is very keen to have this because he wants to support the charities very strongly indeed. Yeah. You get my drift?
So we're at 80. Can you advise us, is that likely to be enough to take it from the pre-bid?
You're nowhere near. It's
okay.
It's a big number. And this is all about the charities. I mean, this guy wants it, and he said, I just want to support you. I love the channel, and those charities are perfect. And he said, I want it. And he made an offer that was a big number.
So we've got 85 now.
I feel I've really earned the champagne at this moment, to be honest.
We'll have a look at that in a minute, Pete, before we do the last 2 lots. So just for information, there's a vehicle kit coming and an aircraft kit coming.
And we are now at the most desirable ones of the lot. One gentleman is particularly hooked on this. If you really want this, you will have to think about the charities. Yeah. It's not going to be sold at a price that you would expect. Not £1,000 or anything like that, but it's a high price. It's somebody who is very serious about it. And that's so serious, I had to email the gentleman just to clarify that we were talking about the right kit, and I sent him a photograph and the numbers, and he said, yep.
Okay.
I want it,
So in that case, as nobody else is bidding and you think we're not near.
Let me put it this way. I'll just add this. I thought his bid was so generous that I decided to add something which was never going to be in the sale. And the reason it's the reason I'm adding this, quite apart from the obvious reasons I've explained, I've got this because I've kept one of the ICMs, the D-Day edition, which had the figures, which I thought was really nice. All the others have been passed on to people. But this I kept, although this is actually for flat bait, but you can use it for the others as well, mainly. And I kept that back. But of course, when I got the recent set that Jason's got, the ICM full paint set, it just dawned on me this afternoon that I don't need this because I've got them duplicated. So will that make people bid high when they can get the paint set as well? Because I feel this gentleman is offered so much money, I'm on a bound to give him something else. So I thought I'd give him the paint set as well. At least I can do.
There's no movement on 85, Pete. So
Okay.
maybe
We'll just call it a day then. Okay.
Do you want to advise me what that is, though?
So this going once at £200. Yeah, £200.
Really? Wow.
Really, amazingly generous bid. So the most generous bid of the lot, frankly. So I'm just gonna say sold to Peter, another Peter in Cheshire, £200. Thank you very much, sir. And I'm giving you that extra paint set with my compliments. It's the least I can do.
Right then.
So I think I've earned my champagne now, haven't I? Really,
Let's just do a little summary before we go into the last two. So our running total of what we have in the way of bids so far, plus the money that you've already got committed, it's £1,190 plus whatever you had.
That's just the kits, yeah?
Yeah, that's just the kits plus whatever you had.
So I've got 153, I think it is. So,
wow. Okay. So, okay, you're doing well. You're in the 1,300 mark then.
So that means I deserve another glass of champagne at least.
Yeah. No, this is really good for the charities. This is really good, and I think we should all be proud of what we're doing tonight and the money we're raising. But 2 more kits to go. And I'm really interested to see what happens with these. So shall I announce the next one, Pete, or do you want a break and go through anything first? Or
can I have just a champagne stroke comfort break? And I'll be back, as Arnie said. It won't be long, don't worry.
Okay, Pete. Hope someone's not in the shower like when I went. Right. Yeah, a massive thank you to everyone that's bidded so far. It's really, really nice of you. And it's great to support those charities. And yeah, those of you that have won kits, big thank you. Those of you that haven't, got 2 opportunities left. Help Peter raise some money for these charities. That'd be really nice. Yeah, okay. Just having a quick look at the chat. Yeah, you know what? It was when Peter asked if I could help, I couldn't say no. Peter would have really struggled to do this on his own, I think. So I didn't mind giving my time for this. Okay. Well, you can always get another shirt. I wouldn't worry about that, David. Right. So next two lots are biggies in terms of the size of the sets. So you think you've seen some nice kits. We've got 2 lovely kits coming up. So yeah, it's been a real joy helping Peter with this, and we're doing well, as you can see. Let's see if with the last 2 kits we can get that 1,190 up to 1,400, and then that'd take Peter over the 1,500 mark with his other 130. Let's see if we can do that between us. Right. Okay. So it's really nice to see you all tonight. Thanks for coming out. There's 110 of you watching at the moment. And we've been on the air for 2 hours. So Peter assured me it would be an hour and a half. But yeah, there's a lot of kits to go through.
I lied.
Well, do you remember when last time we did a live stream and we thought we'd be on an hour and a half? I think we were on all weekend, weren't we?
It felt like it was almost next Easter, didn't it?
Yeah.
But the problem is with the auction is it's very hard to judge when you call it a day on each item, so
yeah,
you don't want to do it too quickly because you are losing opportunity for these people's fund,
Yeah. But
sorry,
then, so whilst you were away, I gave everyone a little challenge, see if we can get to a certain amount before the end of the night, and we've only got 2 kits left to go. So now is not the time to go the loo or make a cup of tea, because you're going to want to see these 2 kits. So stay firmly where you are and be ready to bid. So let's go on. The next one. This is the last vehicle set. So this is the Assault Armored Fighting Vehicle set, Pete.
So this is the full-on Ukraine set.
Yeah.
Very appropriate for tonight, I thought. It's almost the ultimate of the vehicle sets tonight. So we've got before the assault, Eastern Ukraine 2022. Well, I mean, the date's irrelevant. As I said when I introduced it the other day, so they obviously expected it wouldn't last that long, and they thought they'd date it. Well, the date, just forget the date. But it's got everything that you see there. It's just packed, this box. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 special assault team. You've got spotter on the top. You've got a gunner on the top. You've got a driver, which is nice that they've got the figures within the vehicle as well. 2 young ladies who are the drone operators. You can see that they've got a DJI, one of the small drones that they're operating. And we've made this into a big, to try and get the most price, really. I've tried to add this with things that are appropriate. So we have also got the Dragon's Teeth anti-tank trap set, which goes with it really well, I think, because that's very typical of what's out there, unfortunately. And most interesting of all, perhaps, is this incredible Armed Forces of Ukraine insignia set. So you get the digital camo. You've got at the bottom all the actual rank insignias that go on the uniforms. And then you've got the actual individual uniforms of all the Armed Forces of the Ukraine as well. And in the middle, and most important of all, you've got an actual woven patch. Now, I've not opened this because it's still sealed from the factory. I was going to open it. I changed my mind. That is a genuine woven fabric arm patch. So you can actually put it on the wall. You can sew it to your clothes. You can do whatever you want. You can frame it. But it's the real deal. It's the actual genuine article. Also, they've got the digital camo running along here. Digital camo, which can be used on the vehicles as well. So this naturally goes with this, We've also got a paint set, Special Forces paint set, which has got paints in it, which can be used for the Americans or the Ukrainian set. It's got a lot of generic sort of special forces, different colours. Obviously, it's the acrylic set, and they are. They've done it different this time. It's black, buff, ochre, green ochre, camouflage green, tan earth, and blue sky blue. Sorry, dark blue. Beg your pardon.
And I've got to say, I really wish I was bidding, because that is a really nice combination set. I mean, the decals with the patch is something that I want on my own. The kit with all the figures in is fantastic, and then you're chucking paints in. Now, the recommended retail price, I don't know if this is for everything you've just shown or just the kit, is £89.
That's everything.
Which
is actually very competitive when you think what there is. 90 quid's not a lot of money, is it?
No.
You see all the figures there and the vehicle.
And if that was another brand, it would be costing you more. But Peter wants a starting price, get this, for all you've just seen, 65 quid.
What's I thinking of?
Oh, don't worry. We've had first bid in at £100, and I think you've got to beat that. I'd be bidding more than that if I was allowed to bid.
I mean, if this was Tamiya, this would be about 175 quid, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So we're at 120.
Yeah, it's a fantastic set. And it's so, well, it says it there, doesn't it? Brave Ukraine.
130. You keep talking, Peter, and I'll keep telling you the bids.
Okay. Well, this is close to home, and yeah. The actual vehicle, it's made by, I forgot the name of the company that makes it now. Is it not Pentaxia? Praktika. Praktika is the name of the manufacturer of these Cossack vehicles. They're a Ukrainian company. I think some of the engineers are from Germany as well that worked on it, but it's supposed to be a very good. So it's an MRAP, mine resistant vehicle. Fantastic. Very, very strong.
142 we're at.
I think it carries 8 people in the back, if I remember correctly. 2 in the front, a gunner, and 8 people in the back.
145.
Well, that's great. Oh, Jeff's bidding. Okay, thanks, Jeff. Thank you to all of you.
And this is a lovely diorama in a box, and I got to be honest, I would really want this.
Paints.
About the dragon teeth. This is mental. 148. Steel.
Brilliant. It's a nice set. It's a nice set. It was almost like when these came out, I thought, as soon as I saw it, I thought, I know exactly what that needs to go with. Instantly, it's perfect for it, isn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, there's hours and hours and hours of work in making that lot pop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the name I couldn't remember, it just come to mind. It's the little DJI Mavic drone, little drones. I think they use them as spotter drones, don't they, these?
Yeah, recon drones.
Yeah. But it's brilliant, and it does come with the decals, by the way, within the set for the vehicle. So, the ones that they had here, some of them are kind of useful to have as spare because you can put them on other vehicles as well.
We're at 150.
That's excellent. Thank you, Jeff. You won't be disappointed with this. It's an epic set, really. Epic. And so appropriate to the subject,
Yeah.
I'll just give you the rundown. It says on the side that it's got, does it tell me? 449 parts it's got.
And that's before you do the dragon's teeth. And yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it says Cossack 2 vehicle with driver and machine gunner, soldier with binoculars, special forces soldiers team, FPV, female FPV drone operators. The set is perfect for creating a diorama scene depicting preparations for assault operations.
Whoever wins this, I want to see pictures of it, of the finished build in my showcase. I want to see what this looks like done up.
There's actually more than what I said. So the 449 parts is just the vehicle.
Oh, right. Okay.
There are 199 parts for the figures set.
Okay.
200 parts for the figures. Oh, my Lord. That just shows you how many there are. And there's like a weapons sprue. And it's got every weapon. Modern light weapons, everything. Pistols and machine guns, etc., etc.
There's months of joy bringing that together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what we got? Jeff
said 150.
Jeff said, 150. Jeff at 150. Now, I have to say, Jeff is one of the number of people that earlier was very generously making a donation. So I did say to him now, I said, well, because he didn't want to pay the shipping, and I don't blame him at all because he's in the EU. And I said, well, meet up at Telford. I can always hand it to you. And he's obviously thought about that and thought,
Yeah.
Dragon's teeth. What are your teeth looking at, sir? Any further bids on 150 then? Any advance on 150? Lose it for a $5. Well, I think we're happy with 150, are we? I'm fairly happy with that.
155.
Oh, 155.
Thank you very much.
That's brilliant, Dan. Thank you. What just happened? That seemed to change then. Did I miss something? That's a great price. Yeah, and again, this is money going straight back into Ukraine to help them. So don't hold back. This is not the moment to hold back. You've got a proper Ukraine scene there that you can create something that will be memorable. So
for me, this is the best lot of the night, but I think some people might disagree when they see the next one. But we're now at 160. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thanks,
That's
Jeff.
edging us closer to where I'd like us to be at the end of the night.
That's amazing.
160.
That's amazing. Any advance on 160? Gavel coming up. £160. Going once, going twice. Sold to Jeff for £160.
Brilliant. Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff. That's really nice. You'll enjoy that. It's fantastic. Yeah.
And don't forget, I want to see pictures of it built, Jeff.
No pressure. People say that to me, and I say, "Yeah, are you going to live to 140?" Or okay. It'll happen one day. So that just leaves the final then.
Right. Okay. So let's have a look at. Well, you know what that final one is. So we've been looking at it all night in the background, just underneath the Union Jack flag. So this is the VE Day 80 commemoration kit or kits. And it usually retails at £80. So Peter, tell us about it, and then I'll let people know the start price.
So it's got the Marauder in it again, the Marauder. So this is the Marauder C version of the Marauder, and it's got some very amusing. This is another one where we just we did have a look at the two little aircraft as a review, but we didn't touch the Marauder because it was sealed. We just had a little look at the decals. It's got Daffy Duck, it's got Mickey Mouse, got all sorts of funny nose art, really good nose art in it, actually. One of the best nose arts of the whole of the Marauders that they've produced. So this, I think, is the 5th iteration of the Marauder. Incredible. And it's a 1945 edition of the Marauder. We've got the Mark 16 Spitfire with the bubble top and the clip wings and the high tail with one Browning and one Hispano cannon on each wing, one of each. And then we've got the P-51D Mustang. And this is the absolute genuine 80th anniversary special. ICM did have a few delays last year and they got their D-Day edition out a little bit late, but this time they've got it absolutely right, bang on. Today of all days, perfect. So on the side, we've got, oh, so big I can't maneuver it. So we've got the Marauder there. It's in the metal finish, I think, this time. And we have got the P-51 with a red nose, and we've got the Spitfire. Always looks strange with the bubble canopy to me. That's just the late models, isn't it? So there's all 1945 editions of the aircraft. Conquerors of Europe's Sky. Now, number of parts. This is what you need to listen out for.
The size of that box, blimey.
It's actually painful to lift. It's huge. This isn't going to be a weekend build, I can tell you. So it's got the Marauder has got 362 parts. Spitfire's got 136 parts, and the Mustang has got just 80 parts. So what's that? I think that's 200, 300. So 600 parts, just over 600 parts. And it's a big old kit. You've got 3 really nice evocative Allied aircraft there, winning the Second World War. There you go.
All in 148. So the starting bid price that Peter was asking for was 65, but we've had an opening bid of £100 already. So we're looking for bids above £100, please. And really, we need to be above 150 to get to our over £1,500 target that I set while Peter was out of the room.
I didn't know that. Okay. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? That would be fantastic. So again, you know, this is our last. Oh, 110. That's great. Think about the charities, yeah, because that means we'd have over £1,000, well over £1,000 for the civilian charity, Ukraine Relief, and that's going to give what, about £300? My maths isn't very good. £300 for the dog, cat, and animal charity, rescue charity, and they need it. You know, they really do need it. These people are still getting hit, you know, without warning, and anything you can do to help is really much appreciated. So what can we do? Can we get that up a little bit? Can we get that up a little bit? Come on, people. We're almost there. Come on.
That's one of those sets that you can put in your stash and actually appreciates in value over time, isn't it? It's like a Wingnut Wings kit. Yeah, that will actually go up in value, that, because that'll be a single release and then you'll never see it again.
Well, you've taken the words out of my mouth. They'll just do a short run because it's only of interest for a very short time, then gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
You won't lose any money on it, not if you keep it nice like this, you know. So,
Sure,
yeah.
120.
120. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Dan. So what
125.
125. We're almost there, aren't we? We're almost going to do it. Fantastic. That's amazing. And it is the best kit of the year in the Marauder from last year, with the fantastic clear parts, unmatched really in recent times, I think. Just so beautifully finished, you know, they're just perfect, really. Absolutely incredible.
Is that the same Marauder kit that we sold earlier on this evening?
No, this is the C, whereas that was the G. It's quite confusing.
Okay.
Quite subtle differences, you know. It's things like the nose is slightly different. The glass works slightly different.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So we got
250.
We've done it. That's incredible. That's incredible. So yeah, definitely worth a night in then, wasn't it, folks? Yeah. I got champagne, so I didn't come away empty-handed either. Look at that.
So currently, as it stands, unless we get any more bids, and the bid is still open, we're at 155.
Oh, Jeff wants it, sir. I'm just checking if there's any other. Yeah,
so that means so far the amount of money you've generated just from the sales of these kits, Peter, is £1,526. We've got a £200 bid.
Thanks, Dan. That's incredible. Thank you. That is really generous. Thanks very much. Wow, that's really good, isn't it? You know,
Dan, that's special. Thank you.
Incredible. Well, he's heard that the Marauder's worth 200 on its own. He thinks he's getting a bargain. Yeah.
Well, I think he probably is. Right. Okay.
So
that puts your running total so far. Bids are still open at 1,571. Plus, you've got 130 to add to that. So that gets you to about £1,700, Peter, so far.
£1,700. Wow. That's incredible. That really is incredible.
That's about double what you were hoping to get when we first talked about this, isn't it?
I was thinking, I thought, shall I tell people I want to get £600, or does it sound a bit cheeky?
Yeah.
And then very quickly, once I showed people and sort of enthused about it, and then I think it's really the charities that have swung it, you know. When I showed people what we were trying to do and the reasons behind it and what these charities were doing, the charities that nobody can really take any umbrage or offence to, and that it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer, really. You know, they need that help.
So, before you close the bid, I think it's worth saying if you've missed out tonight and aircraft aren't your thing, you can still give Pete a donation, and you don't need to have bought a kit to donate to the charity. It'd be great if we could find another £300 worth of donations and round it up to £2,000. I think that would be special, and something we could all be proud of, and Peter can then share that all with us. But let's see. Are we ready to close the bids at £200?
Any more offers? Any more offers of 200? I feel guilty now because I'm thinking that's fair, isn't it? Really, you know. But thank you. And I should say this on all the bids. Thank you to all the underbidders who were so close. You know, we've got Jeff there, and you know we've had so many of you that are still bidding, that are bidding on many of the products. You know, so thank you very much. I'm surprised. I'm a bit surprised just how generous people have been, to be honest. I didn't expect that. And it just shows what people power can do, really, with the right motivation and the right products. You know, people's spirit will always win through in the end, I think. And that's what was needed here, really. So thank you all very much. It's quite humbling, really. So I think we're going to call it a day then. If there's no more bids, I'm going to reach for my rook or gavel. And we're going to say that's it. Any more offers? I'm going to sell the kit at £200. I don't think that Dan will be disappointed. He's done a great thing. He's done a great thing, and he can be very proud of himself, as you all can. Thanks very much for all the bids. Going once at £200. Going twice, £200. Sold for £200. Thanks, Dan. Really appreciate that.
Well done, everyone.
Fantastic. Yeah, you've way exceeded my expectations, and so hoping to raise 6. Then I thought maybe I'll get £1,000. Yeah. So now, what people need to do now, all the winning bidders, and I can see you're asking me already, and I've had a couple of emails asking me. So you email me at my email address, mrmatchboxes@gmail.com. I did have my card here. I'll show you again. It doesn't focus very well, this camera. It's really terrible, the focus at short range. Mr. Matchboxes, Matchbox ES at the end, @gmail.com. Let me actually just put it there in the comments so you see it in black and white. So we don't want any foul ups. Don't want any mistakes or misunderstandings. So email me at Mr. Matchboxes. I always do the second M, capitals. Mr. Matchboxes. Yeah, it helps if I get it right. Gmail. Email me, mrmatch@gmail.com. And what we'll do, we'll weigh the items, and yeah, I think the bigger ones are like this one. This is the scary one on the postage. Won't be that bad though. As long as you're in the UK, it'll be fine, I'm sure. And I'll give you the details. Our final postage cost of the final amount.
Yeah. That was a really enjoyable night while Peter's working that out. A really enjoyable night. Thank you, everyone, for taking part. Even if you were just watching and viewing it, at one point we had about 120 people watching. So thank you to everyone. There's Peter's link. Brilliant. So, yeah. Peter, I owe you now. Will you take it in air fixed flying hours?
No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't take Republic credits from Star Wars either. No. Or euros. No. And definitely not Canadian dollars. I'm just catching up with the chat now because I've been talking away. Mrs. O, yeah, Bobby's saying now, Mrs. O, the work starts. She was really hoping that just one person would buy it all. Well, she's got David Mummery and she's got Bobby, and who else was it that bought 2 or 3 kits? I've lost track now. It feels like hours ago.
Bobby bought a couple, and David Mummery bought a couple. I think that might be it.
Well, Mrs. O is also enjoying some champagne, so yeah, she hasn't come out of it empty-handed either, really. Neil saying, looking forward to you auctioning off some of your Matchbox kits.
And then the wings kit.
When hell freezes over, what are you talking about? Ridiculous. If I sell my wingnut wings on Matchbox kits, you know that I'm bankrupt, okay? Be very suspicious. Anyway, thank you to everybody. Thank you especially to Jason. I should just say that. I'm going to put that in writing. There you go. Because that would have been impossible to do on my own. It would have just been crazy, really. And what an incredible outcome and result. I feel like Bob Geldof now, but without the scruffy face and the bad language and the bad rep,
So we've got a question there, Peter, from Letty Z. How long is the donation option open for? So when do you intend to take the money to the charities? How long have people got to donate and top that up?
Well, I guess really, so you need to email me, but yeah, I'm not in a great rush. I need to get everybody's money in. So once everybody's paid, then I'll probably leave it perhaps 3-4 working days, What I want to do ideally is get the charity, prime them that this is coming, because I'd like them to give me a receipt. I don't know whether they'll do that or not, but they'll give me some sort of receipt. Of course they will. But I'd like them to sort of understand that this is not from me. I haven't just Rockefeller gone out and made a donation, that it came from this community of all of these people that are sort of modelling friends, you know, and it's an effort of a complete team of model enthusiasts, you know, not just one person. So I'd like them to acknowledge that some way. I'm going to, yeah, I have to communicate with them a bit more now. But it'd be nice if I can get a letter from them or an email that sort of takes that on board. That'd be brilliant to show people later, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, brilliant.
So there we are.
Yeah, no, fantastic work, everyone.
Well, I enjoyed it tremendously. I was a bit worried I was going a bit too slow at one point. And I say, it's so difficult to know, to get the pace right with an auction. When you are offering the paints and it's still not working, you're offering champagne, it's still not working, then it's time to get the gavel out, I think.
Yeah. Well, like I said to Jeff72 just a little while ago, our next stop is QVC. Let's see what else we can sell.
I think we could make a business out of this. We could be professionals.
Yeah.
Suddenly my office looks a bit untidy in the background without all the models there. It looks crazy.
Yeah. We'll be the next Bangers in Cash, but on model kits.
Right. Well, thank you all very much. It's really been a pleasure that you've taken the effort and you've actually dug into your pockets in a very, very generous way. Well beyond my expectations. I couldn't have dreamed that these kits would raise that much money. And I'm sure that when ICM look at that, they're going to think, well, giving those kits was very efficient, you know, in terms of what it's produced in return, because obviously it's going to be so good for their country. It's almost like you've dialed up the value of those things to 11, and it's going back to help very needy and worthy causes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again. So I think and that will wrap it up and say thank you. So please, again, I can see one or two of you emailing me. Please keep the emails coming. So email me on Mr. Matchboxes. Just wonder if I need to repeat that or not, actually. That's the one thing I should have done as a banner, is I should have actually done a Mr. Matchboxes one, but Mr. Matchboxes at gmail.com is my email address. Please just drop me a line. We'll get these packed up for you. We'll weigh them, get the postage organised, and tell you what, my postage bill is going to be a bit scary. I need to get the money to pay for that. I'll need a second mortgage, won't I? But yeah, we'll get those out to you once they're paid. Just give us. There's going to be quite a lot of work for Mrs. O. Just give us a few days, but I'd hope to get them out start getting them out by the end of the week or early next week. Certainly no more than about 7 to 10 days, absolute max.
Cool.
So there you go. Thanks a lot.
Right then. No, thank you, Peter. Thanks for doing this. That's really good. We've had a good evening. We've raised some good money, and some people have got some very, very nice kits. Yeah,
and we've raised. You know, we're going to help some people that really need it. So that's the important thing, really.
Absolutely.
Thank you all for joining us, and thank you, Jason, because you've been absolutely fantastic. And I say I couldn't have done it without you. Impossible. Anytime, Peter. No problem. Thanks a lot, and hope to see you again on your next stream in the autumn, perhaps. Yep, we'll do it again. We'll come up with a topic, and we'll do it again, and everyone can pop over to my side next. Okay, so I'm just wondering if there's anything else I need to say in terms of just letting people know. I think they've all got that. Mr. Matchboxes at gmail.com. Email me on that. We'll sort out the payment. We'll sort out the postage, and we'll get those kits off to you as soon as we can. And thank you all very much for your effort, for your generosity, and just the positivity of the spirit that you've brought, really. And it's surprising just how enjoyable it's been and how effective it's been. Really enjoyed it and very humbled by it. So thank you to everybody. And with that, I think we'll call it a night and go and get some rest. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Many thanks again, and hope to see you all again soon in the very near future. Till next time, stay well, stay safe. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.
Bye.